Hello and welcome to the Season 15 CSC Elite Final. Best of 3 between the DRG Orochis, I hope I'm saying that right, and the UPS Impastas. I am Chels Bells. Alongside who am I with today? Please state your name and say hello.
What's up? I'm Holy Lamb, and you did great. It is Orochis.
Hell yeah. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to pretend that I do. How about that?
Just a type of dragon.
Ah, I don't know my dragon lore. Oh, you see, but I'm
Ooh.
so coming in hot at 10 p.m. on a Thursday. All right, so we got some map bans here. The Anubis Vertigo ban is interesting. Now, I did reach out to the Orochis earlier, and they told me that they didn't like Vertigo, so that's not a surprise. But Anubis is a little bit of a surprise ban for me. What about you?
Uh, to be completely honest, I have no idea what either of these teams' tendencies are as far as map bans go, aside from the fact that DRG doesn't like Vertigo. That's the one thing I knew.
Well, now we wait to see what map is first. I do know that I don't know what I you know what, I'm gonna wait until we get the bans. Maybe there's stream sniping. I don't wanna spill any additional information before we get past this. But I mean, in theory, we could get the most puggy BO3 we can get in Mirage, Inferno, and of course our favorite youngin Dust 2. That would be quite the BO3 of the average pug stack versus pug stack.
Would honestly depress me.
Well,
I think DRG probably picks Nuke.
We did get Mirage first. UPS is picking into Mirage. As you mentioned, the Orochi is picking into Nuke. Let's get some of these other bands going. There's a strong sense that I am getting that we're going to ban Inferno or we're going to ban Dust. Nation's going to be the decider here. But I do know that both teams are kind of not totally against Dust 2. So we could be seeing another Dust 2 be, tiebreaker if we need to get there. But we'll see.
I want to say that DRG hasn't played Dust 2 a single time. Might be wrong on that. I'm going to check right now.
I do know, it's the finals, so both teams have probably been practicing maps that they haven't played. And, a lot of this now, especially at this level, where, you start to see a lot of teams, and we've seen this in history in CSC as well, where they won't play a certain map, but they've been pugging it a lot, or they've been practicing, scrimming teams on it, and then you get to the final, and then you say, oh, we've played X map, and the other team hasn't, so they don't know how to play it, and we're better at them, and then they play the map, and quickly they realize that they got wholly bamboozled. So
yeah, if you got something up your sleeve, now is the time.
That's right. Not saving it for the super premiere grand finals, right? So, but we did get the Dust 2 ban, so I do think that the Orochis will ban Inferno. We will get the Ancient Decider. What are your thoughts? I mean, you saw the. Oh, you go ahead before I continue. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say this is actually gonna be the first time DRG has played Mirage this season.
Interesting. Well, Mirage is a map that everybody knows. It's the most pug map of all time. So, even though they haven't played it as a team, if you don't know how to play Mirage at this point, then I don't know what to tell you. But the Orochis did ban Inferno, so we will get the Mirage, Nuke, and Ancient Decider for our BO3. I was going to ask before we got the Ancient Decider, I still haven't played the new version of Train. Because I haven't opened Counter-Strike in about 2 weeks. I've been busy and also kind of checked out Counter-Strike for a little bit. Also, the RMR is happening now for reasons because it's so late for us here on the East Coast. I've only been watching a little bit here and there. Have you played the new Train so far? What do you think?
No, honestly, I don't really like it that much, which might be a controversial take. I miss the ladder drop in Pop Dog. I miss Heaven existing. And I miss the old Train. I don't know if it's nostalgia or what, but the only thing I like about the new Train is the weather.
It's funny. It's funny you say that because the exact same weather is happening here on the East Coast. But as someone on, I've been very public very public about my hatred for Train, and I haven't, like I said, I haven't played the new Train. I've seen the videos of it, but I haven't played it for myself. So I'm hope I don't want to hate Train just for the hell of it, right? Like maybe this new iteration makes me like it a little bit more. Maybe. We'll see how that goes, but I would have to think that they are going to implement Train and also Overpass back into the map pool at some point. If you had to take two maps away from the map pool, what would they be?
Inferno and Dust 2 every single day.
Oh, this is why Holy Lamb is my Pookie Bear. This is why we're on the same page. I mean Dust 2, I've heard rumors, again, I don't really know how substantiated they are. I've heard rumors that Dust 2 was added back in the pool because the major, where is it? It's in China, right? It's in Shanghai.
Yes.
That the Asian area loves playing Dust, and that's why they added Dust back in the map pool. I don't know how true or accurate that is, so I don't want to repeat anything that I can't confirm myself. So hopefully they take out Dust 2 after the major. Inferno is a broken map. I'm sorry. I know people like it. It's unretakeable. It's not fun. Take Inferno out of the map pool, please.
Yeah, I agree. Dust 2 has also just been around for too long. Had it like 20 years now.
25 years.
Yeah.
the map is 25 years old. The map is
I know, like
older...
Mirage has been in every major, but
yeah.
I think Mirage is probably like the most like typical Counter-Strike map, if you know what I mean. Like it has the best design in terms of looking at how Counter-Strike maps should be structured.
I don't necessarily I don't disagree with that. I think the thing about it is I would like Mirage to be removed from the map pool, but as the map pool is currently constructed, I would rather keep Mirage and take out Inferno and Dust 2 over removing Mirage and keeping one of those two maps in there. Like, as much as Mirage is boring, as much as every basic pug on the face of the planet is Chicago Mirage, and it's just, it's not a fun map anymore because of how overplayed it is. Like, I tell people all the time whenever I'm in face stacks or whatever, the Mirage is a good map that has been made into a bad map because puggers only know how to play Mirage and only want to play Mirage. So the map itself is good. It's just very much tiring. We've seen every corner of it. We know every smoke on it. It's time for a break. But at the same time, because of how bad Inferno is, and because Dust 2 is older than the vast majority of people in CSC, I think it's time for a change.
It's true. I had not considered that previously.
25 years old, that map. It's we've played it. We've seen it. We're good. Let's bring over that's kind of the one question that I have too is, you redesign Overpass entirely, you bring it back for 6 minutes, and then you take it out for Dust? Huh?
Yeah. There's even like a tier 3 or whatever, like we announced CS2, there's 3 different tiers of maps being CS2, and Overpass was one of the maps that was considered a over. So I was extremely surprised that they got rid of it.
Overpass is a map that if you are in a pug, it is difficult to play. But that's what makes it interesting. I
agree. That's why I like Nuke.
Yeah, Nuke is a lot of fun. And the same thing with Anubis. Same thing. I know a lot of people hate Vertigo. I understand people's, adverse reactions to the A-bomb site and, how they changed it. Cat, I hear you. But, if you're a team that knows how to play Vertigo, oh my god, is it a fun map to play. It is a really enjoyable experience. And yeah, I mean, in pugs, it's hard, but, this game is supposed to be tactical. At its core, right? Pugging is one thing, but at its core, the Counter-Strike is supposed to be a tactical FPS. So, if you are not having a whole lot of success with it with randoms in pugs, then may I suggest playing with people that know how to play the map?
CSC.
Yes.
Vertigo is probably one of the more, if not the most unique map that we have in Counter-Strike at the moment. And I think that the new changes to the A bomb site have only made that fact more apparent. So personally, I really enjoy the. I am kind of sad that DRG is a Vertigo hating team. They've banned it first, I think, pretty much every series played. But some people have always felt that way. I know that in the pro scene, a lot of teams have always hated Vertigo ever since it was added into. So it's not a
CIS
surprising thing to
players.
see.
CIS players absolutely hate Vertigo, and to this
Oh,
day,
yeah.
I do not understand why that region as a whole would just not play Vertigo. It's
I
strange.
can tell you.
Yeah, it is. It is strange. We are as we await for the teams to join in their servers to begin playing on Mirage. We are, Holy Lamb and I are discussing the map pool, and it's just, again, it's one of those things where if I'm gonna face it stack, I always tell people, all right, we're gonna ban Mirage, Inferno, and Dust 2 because those are the pug maps. Those are the maps that everybody plays, and it's been played to death. It's boring. Try something else.
And it becomes Ancient or Anubis every single time.
That's yeah, that's true.
Every CSC stack I
That's
play
true.
is just Ancient Anubis on repeat.
That's true. Hey, but at least those maps are fun.
Yeah, they're not bad. They're pretty good.
Maybe if you, they're not as fun as if you play them 8 times in a row, but objectively still more fun than Inferno. Playing Inferno pugs, like, dude, get me out of here, please.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like, Inferno is just boring. Like, it's kind of the most solved map, even with the addition of no skyboxes and the volumetric smokes in CS2. Like, the meta didn't change a ton aside from some of the CT shakeups. Obviously, with like phase smoker who invented it, that shakes things up a little bit, but I mean, it, in my opinion, just slows down the map.
Inferno is just the thing about the map too is it has gone through so many different iterations. The map has seen so many different attempts at trying to fix Banana, at trying to fix the B bomb site, the A bomb site. Everything has been changed multiple times, and it's still an unretakeable nightmare of a map. So at a certain point, you kind of have to look at it and go, it's time to remove it for a while, see if maybe one more go at completely changing the map is going to work, and then we go from there. Because otherwise, the map is not fun in pugs, and even in team play, it's just you can't retake a bomb site. It's not fun.
Yeah, it just comes down to how well you can stall out the T's and being able to assist your players and trying to catch on to what T's are planning to do so that you can get some flashes set up for your site players and they have a chance at sites. But yeah, you're right. If they lose the site, it's usually right.
Yeah. And I can't think of a different map, of another map that has as much of a barrier to entry. Maybe now a site on Vertigo, because it's, especially if you're retaking it from B, it is a difficult map to breach, access into. But other than that, I can't think of a situation in which like a bomb site is completely like you're even if it's a 4v4, it's like, okay, well, what are we supposed to do? And that's I think that takes a lot of fun out of a map.
Yeah, Vertigo I think has a lot of opportunities in terms of for T's and CTs to kind of get behind, which I think makes it more manageable than a map like.
Well, we don't have to worry about Inferno, Inferno or Vertigo, because we have Mirage, Nuke, and Ancient as
Honestly,
our
is
3 maps.
Maybe like maps for me to watch. Like, I love Nuke, so I'm super excited that that's the second map, not the Decider, because it's gonna be a duo. So I'm looking forward to that, and I think Mirage is a great map to start on.
Hey man,
we're exciting slap fest between these two.
Our casters, man, we can't be on, but we have to be unbiased. I understand that you were a former DRG player. I'm a former player of both franchises, so I don't,
It's true.
I'm getting pulled in both directions here, but I have no horse in this race.
I bet everything that I own on you.
Well, this could either go really well, or you might be.
Yeah, if you hear some death slams, it's not the players, it's coming from.
Now, which betting site do you want to promote here that gave you the opportunity to put everything you own into DRG?
Yeah, morally, I'm actually against gambling, so I'm not gonna say too much. I will say that there's a certain franchise with CSC extended their rights to me.
This message, by the way, brought to you by FanDuel. All right, here we go. The beginning of the Elite Finals, and here we go into Pistol. The 3 mid. Mino pushing
teams.
in. So far, the Glocks getting 2 clean ones. Mino out in the open, also not getting any trades. Wisp and Cancel, the only 2 CTs left, and it's a clean 3-0 win for the Impastas. Out in mid, Clumsy gets Wisp. His head is not clean out, and the Impastas will, looks like, cleanly win this pistol. It was a 3-on-3 fight in mid, and yet Impastas 3-0. That's can't ask for much more.
I like the early aggression out of DRG. Fighting mid, super important task for CTs on Mirage. However, I don't know if I agree with Pistol, because you're taking USP's close quarters against Glock, which is a fight that typically favor you.
Well, Cancel has made it clear that it won't be a clean sweep for the Impastas, but he only gets 1 until Soma shoots him in the head, and the Impastas will take the first round of this Elite BO3. Orochis will full save here. Nothing bought, not even a flash. No Deagle, no P250, absolutely nothing. And the Impastas, of course, will force. They got an AK, a couple of Galils, even a Scout on Soma. And a Mac 10 on West. The guys are, Orochis tried to jump the window a little bit, movement players for sure. But they did stack the B-bomb site. We'll see what happens here as West is on a mission to do some info hunting. He only mollies out apps and then falls back.
Okay, so it looks like the stack is, especially with spaces.
Yeah, it was a good idea by the Orochis. I mean, the thing about it too is, it's a 50-50. If you're gonna split, you bought nothing, and just running at him isn't going to give you much. So it's a good idea by the Orochis to just stack something and see if maybe the Impastas will hand over a gun or something of value. But the Impastas checked out the A-bomb site, saw nothing, and the Orochis are not gonna get a whole lot out of this as a result.
At least gives DRG a chance. I think that doing something to goes like this is a good idea typically. It's good chimp. It's gonna be.
Yeah, he gets a Mac 10. And almost got a Curio in the process. That was a good flash. Probably needed some help out of Wisp, who's gonna get the kill. There he goes. All right, so a little bit of damage done. Not bad by the USPs. 4 alive as well with a Galil saved. Now, first gun round for the CTs.
It's gonna be 5 rounds. Just curious if any of them sorry, glass cannon? I don't know.
Glass cannon. Yep. A lot of mid-pressure here by the Impastas. Clumsy spraying the smoke, doesn't see anything, but denials. Gets the info. Walks back. There's a lot of mid-pressure, and the CTs aren't really doing anything off of that, but Mino knows that there's one potentially close. Akurio moving into ladder room. That info is being delivered. They know Deluxe tries to swing up, but Mino gets the kill first, and no trade available. That's just a free kill for Mino. Denial swings out into Khan, sees one. Doesn't want to re-peek. Smart play. Orochis have the man advantage. Akurio found out in ladder room. Akurio trying to find if anyone wants to give him a fight here. Mino might give it to him, and he does. Akurio looked away. Mino with the smart re-peek. And now it's a 5-on-3 for the CTs. Soma with just a scout. Saved over from the last round.
Couldn't figure out how to boost.
Couldn't figure out the boost, and it doesn't even matter. Soma last alive with the scout. Does get denials in the skull. He does manage to take down one, but that's all they will get. The Orochis off of their first gun round take round number 3. It's 2-1 Impastas.
DRG did a good job there, getting the advantage early and being able to maintain it. Obviously, 1,000 denials, spotting someone and deciding to give space was a good idea. Something that I'm going to be keeping an eye out. Besides decisiveness in mid, I think EPS did a good job that round making a decision and not just hanging out mid. But DRG just had a really good defense and was able.
Denials with the open window. Akurio takedown to 41 HP. The Impastas did force buy, although interestingly, Soma, the only player that didn't. He's got 2350 in the bank. Everybody else $100 or lower. Akurio just spamming the smoke, trying to see if anyone wants to give him a head. Nothing going. Disco Chimp, though, pushing through underpass. Saw there's nobody in apps, and now the B players can all rotate. Cancel coming out is going to now support A. All the info is there, and I think the T's know it as well. Wisp, though, taken down, and Cancel through the smoke does find West for the trade. It's a 4v4 retake here. Minute on the clock. Disco Chimp already on the flank. Do they know? Does Deluxe check it? He does! Oh, Disco Chimp with the dink, but not enough. Deluxe aware enough to check for the fast flank. And he gets rewarded for his read. Clumsy now, 4v3. Mino trying to spam, he does. He finds Soba, 3v3. They know Deluxe is low. Akurio is low as well. I'm not sure if that info is known. Clumsy gets a trade, 2v2. And the Orochis get the retake. Oh, man. That's such a great play by Disco Chimp to get the read early that it's A. If he doesn't get that read, the Impastas probably win this round.
Yeah, Deluxe made a huge play getting that headshot off on Disco Chimp. But Disco Chimp was also able to headshot Deluxe. Came into play. A lot of the T's were very low, so CT's only had to land shots.
Impastas are looking to half by here. Soma is dropping a couple of pistols. Interesting. I think the Impastas might take a timeout after this round here if they don't pull this one off. I mean, they got, some deagles and some pistols, so there's not a whole lot of buy-in here. Clumsy.
Yeah, timeouts tend to be CSC in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I would like to see both teams, if they feel like they're struggling at any point, just need time to figure out what to do.
Clumsy's the only player on the Impastas who bought really anything. I mean, Clumsy has the armor. And it looks like they know that it's going to be some B pressure, but a lot of util makes the T's back up. Some underpass aggression. Disco Chip does get dinked down to 19. A pretty nice shot out of the T's here. And Clumsy did jump into window, but that has definitely been heard. And if that hasn't been heard by now, then it has now, as Mino will clean up both Akurio and Clumsy. Mino knows that there's
he's
more.
Fighting against pistols, he's not afraid to take these fights in mid, which I think is really good.
More aggression out of Mino does net him another kill. That's Soma. The flash into mid. Mino spotting that there's nobody peeking out underpass. Could be one back mid, but there's no reason to push out by yourself there. Deluxe with the deagle, seeing if there's anybody that wants to give him a free click to the dome. Deluxe and West here, holding hands. 20 seconds on the clock. Oh, and a step here, and Cancel will get one, and Cancel will get the other. The step there was heard and is easy as 1, 2, 3 for Deluxe. Two early round wins by the Impastas, now countered by 3 back-to-back-to-back round wins by the Orochis. And now we're seeing the full arsenal laid out by the Impastas on Op, on Soma, and 4 AKs. Everybody has bought all of the goodies, everything they possibly could want. A bunch of smoke lineups early, looking like it could be a fast A play here. The minute 43 on the clock here. Soma just waiting to see if anybody wants to aggress. Anybody wants to get too overconfident. Orochis patient. Flash from Deluxe. Bumps the top of the wall there. Not sure if that's what he wanted to do, but Wisp taking the fight, and Deluxe will say thank you very much for your head. I will take it clean off. Disco Chimp with the... He goes through the smoke. He does find one, but Akurio with the trade. 3v3 retake now on for the Orochis. Minute 12. Into the round. Clumsy, though, finds cancel, and now all of a sudden it's a 3v2 for the Impastas, and the Orochis might look to save here. I mean, they do have the money, but giving up an op, giving up an M4 with the CT economy, not super preferred, especially with the Akurio on the flank getting one. Mino, last one alive, does get dinked through the wall. Do they know he's here? They do. Akurio with a nice flank gets both of the last CTs, and now it's all tied up at 3.
Curious if UPS, they threw a jungle smoke there. I was wondering if trying to go for smoke that kind of lands stairs, block off vision from Khan, and they actually wanted to. So that led to a kill for DRG, which I thought might become a big issue for UPS, but UPS was able to clinch it out in the end.
Timeout taken by the Orochis, as you were mentioning, that timeouts are underutilized, which I very much agree with. Looks like the elite team heard us say that and taking one.
Yeah, I think
to
it's
talk
a
about things.
good decision.
I would agree. I think you're right.
Hopefully they mix it up. Like I said early, I think that CT aggression in mid can really pay off. They played super aggressive in that pistol round. They've been pretty passive in mid, except for Mino getting some looks on Cat when he's confident and he's getting flashes from the A-site players. So I'm curious to see if they switch up their strategy at all. Which it looks like they are. They're abandoning completely this round. Going for some info plays towards A.
1,000 denials going in raw dogging into Palace is wild. And Akurio takes the fight from Mino, who pushed up into apps, but Mino takes him out of the round. A nice fight there, and Disco Champ will double up the advantage for the Orochis. Another, that's kind of an off angle. You know, if you're coming up Cat, I don't think you expect that position from a CT, and very aggressive, meaning if you're the T's, you know that the Orochis have their hands all over the A-bomb site. They weren't afraid about ramp at all. They weren't afraid about Palace. They have the A-bomb site locked down, and the Impastas are looking to re-aggress onto said bomb site. 55 seconds on the clock. 5v3 advantage for the CTs. We'll see what DRG has in store here, and we'll see what UPS has up their sleeve as well. I mean, it's a 5v3. Clumsy trying to maybe just jiggle out of position. He sees one, he sees two, knows where two of them are.
I don't have a ton of time because these rotates should start coming in.
30 seconds. They know where one is. Clumsy through the wood, takes Wisp's head clean off. And a bomb plant could happen, but Clumsy is really loud through the smoke. And there's 3 CTs all in CT. Take him down. 15 seconds on the clock. They will get the bomb down. Soma with one. Knows that there's more in CT waiting for his reswing. He won't give it to him just yet. Now a 2v3 take. And Soma takes another CT down. Now it's a 2v2. Denials knew he was there, and Soma still wins the fight. Now 2v2. Now this gets weird. The spam only takes Switch down to 26. Soma gets another one, and now all of a sudden it's a 2v1. West loses the gunfight. Oh no! Disco Chimp with 2 HP doesn't get the fight he wants, and Soma somehow gets a 4K to win the round.
even though that was a 3v5 for PS being down, they attacked the site that had 3 people, so they were 3v3 going into site, and the DRG rotates just took forever. I'm not sure if there was a comm or if Cancel just wanted to stay and maybe see if it was a fake, which I wouldn't have expected from UPS, but rotates just took way too long for DRG there, and UPS was able to take some fair fights and ended up pulling the round out.
And it looks like we have a pause. Is it a tech pause?
It looks like it.
We do have a tech pause.
Yeah, Cancel crashed. That's what happened. I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, you're
just saying that's why he was on B for so long.
You're making things up. I mean, yep, maybe it's not out of the realm of possibility, especially, you know, with how much info they had. If that is what ended up happening, again, you know, you're making things up, and you know, as your cast partner, I will go along with it and pretend that what you're saying is true. So maybe that was why one of the rotates was late. Was he late to the rotate? I don't know. But again, you know, I'm being a good caster friend here.
He was late.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I doubt it was because he crashed, but
well, you know, we're saying it for the lore. Anyways, round 8 is a go.
So again, I like how DRG is doing things together on these eco rounds, because, you know, missiles against rifles, having more bodies to throw at the problem sometimes can be the answer.
Well, they did have some pressure, okay, and Akurio only gets 2. And Mino will take control of an AK. They will try to save that. I would have to wager the Impastas have, you know, B, and this is going to be a 1 round for them, but I would have to wager they're going to hunt for this. Although the T economy isn't terrific, but they do know that Wisp has a pistol and Mino is the only one with a gun. So, you know, would you hunt in this situation?
You know, honestly, I probably wouldn't. They have so much ground to cover. There's always the chance that one of them is hiding out, trying to get a ninja, but you could just leave one guy's sight. But like you said, the T economy is not in a great position here, so using a rifle would probably be more impactful than forcing the CTs to lose the AK that they recovered here. I don't think they're going to care too much.
And Wisp takes down Clumsy and Soma!
See, like, that's terrible for UPS.
That is really bad for their economy. And not only that, Soma had the op, and now he can't afford. Well, he can't. Yeah, he can't really afford one. Akurio might drop one to him, and it looks like he will. But now Akurio, yeah, he doesn't have armor. That's a really costly play from the Impastas, and a really solid double kill there out of Wisp with that 5-7. It's dangerous. This is what happens when, you know, you're at that. That's the kind of play where you're kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out on the hunt, where you don't check all the corners until it's too late, and that's what and Wisp got a double kill because of that. Now, round number 9, Mino and Denials both cleared underpass. They know it's not B fast, but West doesn't even matter for the T's.
Ooh.
The Lux does take down Denials, 100 HP, and Akurio also takes down Mino. Both guys that were underpass aggressing for the Orochis taken out by a bunch of util and a bunch of bullets. And all of a sudden, from a 5v4, it is now a 2v4 for DRG, and the Impastas, with a lot of mid pressure early once again, find the gap, and it looks like it's going to be a 6th for UPS. Unless Cancel can do something great here. They know both players are on A's side. Okay, Wisp does take down West, gets the second, and now all of a sudden a 2v4, 2v1 for the Orochis. What is going on in the UPS? What is going on in this round? Soma, 6 and 4, $52. He got 30 seconds on the clock, but he has an op, and he is alone. What is he going to do?
Oh no, this is gonna be awkward. Both players should hear the other.
That's tough. 15 seconds on the clock now. Someone knows where one is, but where in the world is Carmen the Sand to cancel? That's where he is.
The swings in this map so far have been insane. I think we've seen a 3v5 and a 2v4 so far.
It was
Like I said,
supposed
this
to
is
be
going to be a
easy.
slap fest from both of these teams.
It was supposed to be. I think I said it was a one round. They had it. They had everything. The UPS had everything they could have possibly wanted in that situation, and then DRG said, no, but you don't understand. See, this is our round, and you can't just have it for free. And that's what ended up happening. This is it's a crazy turnaround by the Orochis, a great recovery for them. And now we're round 10, where the economy is really awkward for the Impastas. They did buy in.
Yeah, this is where those 2-5-7 kills from Wisp 2 rounds ago really come into play.
Clumsy did try to smoke the Molly, but it was a little bit too wide. Didn't get a whole lot of that Molly. And it did do a lot of damage to the T's, who are now stuck with the Lux with the AK, but he's getting mollied out. They know exactly where he is. He's gonna get... He got one. He did get Wisp in the head, but that is all he gets. And the Orochis will tie up the score at 5 here. And the Impastas, I would have to imagine, are going to save.
Yeah, if UPS had let, who was it, Mino, keep that AK a couple rounds ago, they would have had probably a full buy, because you would have 2 players that still had 3,700 in going into that previous round here. So, couple mistakes coming out of both teams, honestly, early on.
USPs on the Impastas. They have 1 smoke. And
How'd they get those
that is
USPs?
it. Or Glocks, I should say. I said USPs. Listen, I got home like an hour ago. I'm tired. We power through. And there's the 1 smoke already being thrown. Wisp with the
old
return?
waterfall strat. It's unbeatable.
With the return smoke, but West getting that entry kill with the Glock paves the way for the Impastas to get the bomb down, which is crucial for their economy. Not sure how much more they're going to get out of this, but the bomb plant already is massive, and the boost quickly shut down by DRG, and a no-scope to boot for the Orochis. I mean, it's a 1 round for DRG, but the Impastas got everything they pretty much wanted out of that. They got the bomb plant. They even got a kill. And when you invest $300 whole dollars into a round, besides a miracle round win, you can't really expect too much more.
Yeah, getting a plant there is really all they were probably going for. That's why you send so many bodies out of Palace, so that way, hopefully, if the bomb carrier dies, then at least bomb can drop to site and one of the survivors can plant, which is what happened, so... PS not complaining about that round. Now going into the last round, they're able to get a full buy, get the op back in Soma's hand. Hopefully they can tie up the half. At least for people that bet on UPS and not DOG.
All the goodies in the world. Yeah, sponsored by Gaben, actually. I don't know if you know that, but he now operates a CSC sanctioned.
Hasn't been to a major, but I think I saw him in chat earlier.
Ah.
Yeah.
Gaben, maybe he has been at majors. He just doesn't want to make his presence known. We don't know that.
That's true. He could have. He could have been there incognito.
That's right. I don't know how he could have hit, but you know what? We go along with the lore. A good trade out by the T's. They come into the bomb site. Soma and Deluxe are really low, but right now it doesn't matter. The miss by denial. A Curio will punish. Mino knows where 1 is, but they also know where one of the CTs is as well. Disco Chimp walking in the smoke. Right now he's sitting in useless. They don't know if he's there. They have no info, but I would have to imagine one of them might have an inkling. A lot of information known. Disco Chimp walking and does get someone, but Deluxe with the trade, and it's all up to Wisp now. They know exactly where he is. Deluxe is going to smoke himself out, or no. Does get shot in the head. 1v1, they do know. The last guy is West. Just toying with this food.
Ooh, he doesn't have it.
He doesn't have it. No, West just barely, but was able to stall out long enough for Wisp to not get the defuse. 6-6 going into the flip. For UPS, they'll take that every day of the week.
And not a bad half coming out of UPS. DRG able to string two series of 3 rounds together, which definitely is good for them. The stack wins as CT is important. See that CT economy can be extremely rough, especially if you can win 10 rounds in a row, but if you only have 2 people alive every round, all it takes is one to upset your economy. The DRG did a good job of being able to some economy and get back into it pretty quickly after rounds here and there. Then UPS obviously did a great job. They were pretty scrappy. Like I said, they pulled off a 5, which was huge for them. So they did a great job getting some of those rounds back from tough situations.
1,000 denials is the IGL for DRG. Looks like he's called an A hit here. There's some mid pressure from Disco Champ, but other than that, it is a clear A hit. Deluxe with the dualies here. Let's see if the Orochis clear him out. They don't, but he only gets the 1. Wisp with the trade, and he picks up the dualies as well. Soma spade through the smoke, does get denials. Ooh. Nice shot out of Clumsy again. Now a 4v2, 4v1. Wisp, last player alive. They know where he is. They heard the reload. He gets 1, but that's it. Nice swing from Soma. Nice shots from the Impastas USPs here as they shoot out UPS. And they win their first pistol CT round.
I'm interested to see the difference between how these two teams approach the different sides. DRG pretty much didn't play aggressive in mid aside from that pistol round, and like I said earlier, taking some fights from Cat. But other than that, they left mid open a few times. They didn't challenge it all that much aside from having an op window. So they also had a boost 1 round. UPS taking some early aggression in mid. Looks like they're gonna fight for some control.
And DRG only Glocks. You know, they have a flash and a smoke, but
maybe hoping UPS is going to drain some utility. Said CT economy is always a struggle, so if T's can just play patient and get the CTs to just throw some nades if it's not needed, then that's a win that I'll take when all I have is Glocks and a couple nades.
And looks like UPS is wasting a little bit of their util. Not a whole lot. There's a late mid push from the T's. A smart play by Clumsy to not just take that fight with the MP9, even though, it is a farmer and they only have Glocks. Clumsy does get 2 before being taken down. Last player alive is Mina with a Glock, and unfortunately it doesn't have a whole lot to show for it, and the Impastas will clean up their 8th round win of Mirage.
Going in first rifle round, second half. DRG is going to have to start figuring out how to break through the UPS defense if they're going to win this game. Once you get 9 rounds on the board, you got to save again. Then might start looking rough for DRG. So they're going to really want to be winning this round. See what they can.
Deluxe did buy a FAMAS in that last round. West is sprinting. Whoa, that maybe a little bit ambitious out of West. I mean, my man's at least, if you're gonna do that, at least shift walk. Or at least have Deluxe close to you. Deluxe wasn't there, and West just kind of went off on an adventure and promptly got shot in the face.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the thinking was there. DRG has played pretty passive so far, all 3 of the starts of these rounds. So looks like they're trying to set some traps for the CTs to over-aggress. Maybe that's something that they have a read on, I'm not sure. But well played by DRG. They're just having a little bit of patience really paid off.
And not only that, but they also double up their man advantage. Clumsy got taken down in ladder room, and it is a 7th on the board for the Orochis. That all started with that over-aggression play down ramp.
He's nading each other now.
Maybe don't do that. Hey, hey, I'm not playing in this, so maybe they know better than I do. But
me too, yeah.
What do I know? Orochis will clean up their 7th here. Soma, Deluxe, and Acurio will save their bonus guns. A Scout, a FAMAS, an MP9. Oh, maybe they'll save a little bit more than an MP9. We'll see if
they're trying to get a couple exits, but
see if the Orochis give him anything, but it doesn't look like it, as Wisp will trade out Acurio He will go 6 feet under. And the
That's a
Orochis now have their 7th on the board.
good round from DRG. Good exit as well. Taking a fight against a single MP9 was probably the right decision there. Up going cat or CT and running. This could have been a lot worse for DRG.
Now the Impastas will buy in. Soma's got his big boomstick of the op. And
DPS
the
is
Orochis...
doing a good job so far of keeping that economy afloat. Being able to save, what was it, 3 players there with the op out of
Yeah. Deluxe still holding on to that FAMAS. I mean, you know, we all know how good the FAMAS is. So if you can, you know, hold on to as much as you can, then it's really gonna help out your team. And
FAMAS only needs 2 bullets to kill, so does the M4, so I don't see the difference.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. how you know what? You're so real, so true. This is the analysis that, you know, people pay to listen to, but now here you are giving it out for free.
People pay. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. People pay for a lot of things. They even paid $250. That's that's if you have a case already. They pay $2.50 to open the case to probably get a blue. Can you believe that?
I can't. It costs like $263 now or whatever it is after tax.
Oh yeah, you're right.
What a world we live in.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, 1984. A B pop out of the Orochis. They get 2, they get 3, and once again the B bomb site has been broken open, and it looks like DRG will tie this game unless Deluxe and Clumsy can do something crazy, which doesn't look like it because they are insta-saving, and the Orochis will tie the game. We were out here memeing about opening cases. DRG said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to run the same play back that we did last round and just do it again.
Ooh, nice shot out of
Nice
Deluxe.
shot. Yeah.
He should be the op.
Hmm.
Sorry,
Tell
Soma.
that.
Didn't mean it.
You should tell that to Soma. See what he thinks about that.
Just hoping he's not going to watch stream.
Well, Disco Chimp promptly deletes Deluxe off the server. Clumsy will save the op. But that kill, again, you know, we go back to the eco, is really damaging for the CTs. They don't. They're gonna buy in. West can only afford a FAMAS, which didn't have to happen. Or he sold the FAMAS. Okay, all right.
Might just hero op this round.
Yeah, looks like it.
They can just save that op again. I mean, every round that they keep that op alive is, you know, a glimmer of hope for them. So.
An interesting setup here out of Clumsy to just essentially watch for underpass. West did go to mid boxes, but that might have been spotted by Mino. The cross wasn't smoked off, but now all of the T's coming out of A. This is a clear A take, although Deluxe does find Disco Chimp. The nade from Disco. Getting the trade in the aftermath, and Clumsy somehow managing to get a multi-kill here. Mino takes one in the back of the head. All of a sudden now this gets really awkward really quickly. They know where Mino is, and Mino has the inclination of where Deluxe is as well. He does get mollied out, but Deluxe can reposition for free. Mino surely knows. 45 seconds on the clock. Mino gets Deluxe, who gave him the 1v1. Now it's all up to Clumsy with the op. He gets him through the smoke, and somehow, some way, with an op and a bunch of USPs, the Impastas win, dare I say, an impossible round.
No, that was a good one. One thing that I want to point out is Deluxe, in my experience against playing him on Mirage, and just over a couple seasons in Elite now, he has the best patience out of just about any player in Elite. He was able to sit triple there, not expose himself, and then catch a T off guard just the right time. And that's something that Deluxe does extremely well across almost every single map. Something that I think is like a huge asset and makes him one of the most deadly players in Elite.
That's really the thing about the line between lower elo players and higher elo players on top of the reads, right? On top of the aim and all that. It is, what is your patience level and what is your patience threshold? Because a lot of players in these situations, if this was, obviously recruit and prospect, but even, contender, maybe even a lot of child players would take that ego swing, right? They would fight early and give them more 1v1s or kind of panic in that situation. There was no panic out of the Impastas, and they won that round. Here we go.
Alex did a good job. Contact, take the fights, and pop out. Soma on 18 health, which may not factor in much considering he has a hand. So if he misses a shot, in most cases he's probably dead anyways. But he's probably not too happy about taking 82 damage.
If he didn't have the op at the start of the round, well, then he would have it anyway, so. Minute on the clock. There's some, some shots back and forth, a little bit of shoulder peeking out of both teams, but still 5v5.
DRG is posed for a B-Tick here, and UPS only has one player cat.
Mino now, and the rest of the Orochis exploding out of the out of T-Apps here. Disco Chip does get the entry onto a Curio, and already immediately the Impastas are calling it off. Or? Oh, they're not calling it off. All right. Now it somehow became a 4v3. I must have missed that.
I don't know what happened either, to be honest.
The Impastas took two of the T's down, but now all of a sudden now it's prime for a retake. Denials is in apps. They surely know that there's one there. Cancel does find one. Denials gets the second, and now all of a sudden, Clumsy, the last one alive in the clutch. Clumsy gets one. Can he get the second? He cannot. Cancel gets the trade, and it was a scary round for both teams somehow at the same time, but the Orochis do take it, and they will tie up the score at 9.
I didn't quite see what happened there from Delan's POV, if he was just trying to tap that bomb or if he was genuinely trying to stick it there. I don't know if the comms didn't come out that there were 2 players van, but it seemed like a small slip-up coming out from Impastas that kind of cost him the round there. 2 players setup from DRG, honestly I wasn't expecting it to pay off like that, but it actually ended up working really well in favor.
Round number 19, the Impastas have a FAMAS. Curio only has a Deagle. A couple of MP9s. They did force buy into this round. We'll see if that pays off. Soma gives away information to West that he is in window.
That's
no
tough
information.
considering they're the same team.
You know what? You're right. I did not consider that.
It's okay. I had the same exact thought in a second. I thought West was going to start spamming the smoke.
I was like, oh, look, there's free info. Clumsy, once again, the Impastas have now, on multiple occasions, pushed into ramp, and they haven't found a whole lot of success as Soma takes out Wisp directly square in the forehead. He goes down without a fight, and now the Impastas have a 4-on-3 advantage. And this is the second time now. The Impastas have had a gun disadvantage. Although, more than just USPs this time around, but, still. And DRG once again find themselves in a man disadvantage. 2 8Ks and a Galil. Cancel down to 30 HP.
Ooh, this might work out well.
1,000 denials. Here's one. Sees another. Denials can't get the first kill. And it's bad. Soma gets denials. Ooh, that wasn't clean. But Mino finds a way to now make it a 2v2. There's 10 seconds on the clock. What are you going to do? They're running into A. Clumsy swings out, gets one. And that's the round. Clumsy finds the double kill. A nice play out of Clumsy. Nice timing on the swing, and the Impastas clean up. I mean, Mino made it interesting, but the lack of time gave the Impastas all the advantage in the world. If Denials just got that first kill onto Cat, that could have been a DRG round, but unfortunately, he just was off by a little bit, and that's all UPS needed to secure their 10th.
Yeah, DRG just needed to make that fight in mid happen a little bit faster. They had the info. If they could have gotten the kill, could have made it happen. They did a great job pulling rotates from across the map. to kind of make that play happen. Soma did a great job staying alive. He played his angle well, got one kill, and then was able to make another player low. Having any amount of chip damage when you're a CT against the Ts is because that makes the fights for the rifles a fair fight against the AKs. You can just do, 8, 9 damage. That can be enough for one of those M4 to take a head off.
The Orochis did buy in here. Mino with the AK. Everybody else Mac 10 or pistols. Mino does take out the Lux. That's the aggression that we're talking about. Clumsy can't get the trade. And now all of a sudden it's a full-on barrage on Mirage. Look at that. Soma does find one. Nades out cancel. But the Orochis get the bomb plant. Denials gets a Curio who is just sprinting into CT. West takes out Mino, knows Denials is close, but can't get the trade. Denials jumps out onto the garbage pail, and that is just enough to live. And Wisp with the Tech 9 takes out the rest of the Impastas, and all of a sudden, from, again, a broken buy, the DRG now, on multiple rounds, have realized that UPS will run into them. They wait for their aggression. They take them out. They get them an advantage, and they've taken the A bomb site every single time they've tried.
A lot of scrappy rounds coming out here. I thought for sure 1,000 Denials would die with that molly in hand, but he was able to somehow get that kill. CT player pushing, and yes, make the decision to save here, which I think is a smart one. They continued force buying. Losing rounds back and forth like that is only going to favor the Ts. Like we've been harping on this whole time, the CT economy is tough. It's important that you can kind of stabilize it. That's what UPS is looking to do this round.
Yeah, a bunch of USPs. Acurio does get Disco Chimp, and he secures the FAMAS, which, is better than not having a gun, sure. By how much? I'm not sure. But he has a gun, which is good, right? Prefer that than the alternative. And then promptly sees his teammate get shot in the head. So now it's Acurio in Palace, saving the all-important FAMAS. I almost kind of think he should have went for it, because the Impastas are going to have money to buy anyway.
Yeah, they might be trying to look 2 rounds ahead, make sure that they can buy this next round, which could be the penultimate round of the game if they lose it. So probably just trying to make sure that they can get at least 2 good buys in these last couple rounds.
If I was the Impastas, I'd probably call a timeout here, because the idea, okay, and they're not going to do it, and I'm not a fan of this, only because if you're going to save the FAMAS, the idea then is that you're probably going to half buy and then try to win out the last 2 rounds with everything that you have. But because they didn't do that, now Acurio has 1250 in the bank for, I guess the next round if they win it or lose it, but it kind of puts Acurio in this weird in-between. But it doesn't matter, as if you keep winning the rounds, as Mino says, you can have a smoke there, you can shoot at me through the smoke, I'm still going to shoot you in the head anyway. Disco Chimp taking a lot of space and apps, throwing a lot of his util, and he knows that Acurio is going to swing. He does. Disco Chimp gets the kill, and it's a 5v3 take here for the Orochis, and now Disco Chimp has the entire B bomb site as he's waiting for the Impastas to come wrap around. I don't think that will even happen. The Impastas will probably insta-save here.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to have to do.
DRG on to map point. 12-10 the score line. The Lux with the FAMAS, a couple of M4s. They have to save every penny they can. West trying to give an M4 over to the Lux so that they can throw the FAMAS off the face of the planet. It's a good idea. And
talked about it earlier. This would be the round that I would hunt if I was DRG. I would leave probably just first in sight, a smart position, and the rest of these players, in my opinion, should have been trying to find these rifles, flush them out. Because win or lose, DRG will be able to get a full buy next round. Well, obviously they're going to win. You know what I mean? Even if they lose a few players, they would have been able to get a full buy. But just deciding to play it safe, which Not too much wrong with that. If they lost all 5 somehow, it would have been an awkward Disco Chimp, you know.
Soma and Akurio. Gonna have to force something here. Soma buys head armor, which, you know, I don't know if you know this, but if you're a CT and, you know, the other team has AKs and ops, probably not needed. You don't need to buy head armor in the situation, but Soma and Akurio both do. And instead of buying M4s, they get FAMASas out instead.
Yeah, I don't know why Curry is a FAMAS. He could buy and sold.
He has almost $4,000. Yeah, he could buy an M4 and still have money left over. I'm not sure why.
Oh, well, since he only spent 2,700, I missed something.
Maybe. But even then, I mean...
Drop.
Oh, he got dropped. Okay, but even then, I mean, interesting. Round 23. DRG wins, we go to nuke. The Impastas win, we play on. A lot of mid-space being taken again by DRG. They are finding these holes. They have done this the entirety of their T side. They have really pushed the agenda in mid and into apps, and it has really worked out for them. UPS has really dominated on the A-bomb side, and as I say that, Wisp taking the cat fight and winning it once again. Akurio getting mollied out. Will they clear this? They do. Denies with the no-scope. All right, you go off, King.
They do UPS turn around rounds like this before, so see if they can do it here. They're gonna have to really dig deep, keep this map going now.
4v3 for DRG. Ansel 24 HP. Do they know about it? All 3 CTs coming from market. There's one, and Mino gets the trade, but he gets infiltrated back 2v2. The Lux sprays through apps, knows one's there, but both are there. A tag onto Soma down to 60 HP. They're trying to get the spam.
This could be it for you. Impastas. Oh no, they don't have time.
And it is not in time. Oh my god, the Impastas were so close to getting that ninja defuse to prolong the game, but DRG did just enough, and they take Mirage 13-10, and they are now 1 win away from their second ever CSC title.
Third. Recruit 1, so if DRG wins,
they won.
It'll be 3 trophies in a single season, which I think would be the first franchise to ever do that. I saw Proto saying that in chat.
Yep. So I apologize. I mean, we're not watching Recruit right now. We're obviously knee deep in this elite final, but yes, third. I should.
I gotta say, great first map. That was pretty much everything that I was hoping for at Mirage. A lot of rounds pulled out. You know, both teams had some big turnarounds there, pulling off 3v5, 2v4. I think we saw a couple others in the second half. Great map out of both teams. I think both teams played pretty well. I think DRG, you know, they had some really good reads. Not sure what it was, but they were able to just constantly exploit some gaps that UPS was leaving open. So I'm excited going into map 2. I think it's gonna be another great map out of both.
Akurio is the IGL. Kigo did let me know that earlier. So he must have seen something either in the demos or in the games, or in the game. You know, in map 1 for UPS they did leave B open quite a bit, and I think DRG and Denials did a lot of good reads as well on their T side. I mean, they were really shutting down mid. They were shutting down Cat. They were shutting down B, and you know, for the CTs, if B is being overtaken, it's a little bit easier when you can take from mid. You can take maybe you know, if you're early enough, you could maybe get the timing into apps. You can maybe get these, you know, coordinated attacks. But because DRG was able to take over apps and mid so consistently, UPS didn't have a lot of room to breathe, and that's why you saw all 3 players coming out of market in that last round. They made it, you know, really close. They almost got that ninja defuse in the smoke, but in the end, it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, something something I noticed on DRG's CT side, the unsung hero of Mirage is the B anchor. But Cancel did a really good job. I think pretty much every single time the Impastas came to B, Cancel was able to get at least one, if not two, which makes that retake way. Impastas B anchor, which was West most of the time. I don't remember. He did a really good job as well. He was usually getting his one. I think he had a couple rounds where he may have gotten two. But DRG was really able to kind of break open that B site repeatedly. They had some really good moments where they started kind of forcing the CTs back into the market more often, which is where we started seeing DRG kind of throw those smokes and stuff to kind of lead to some fakes, draw some rotates out early from the Impastas and try to exploit that. Obviously, in that one round, about halfway through the second half, it didn't work out for them. Somo did a really good job of, like I said, playing his angle, making sure that that fight was, hard fought for DRG. So I think that going into Nuke, we're probably going to see a lot of the same stuff. We're going to see ramp players, I think, are going to be very consistent, making sure that they're able to get one or two, and then probably seeing them fall back to B. And I think that the outside players are also going to be able to do the same thing on the CT side. So I think that going into map 2, it's going to be very exciting. And I'm excited to see how the strategy plays out for both these teams. They kind of had, both teams had a pretty distinct B side as well as CT. So I think that Nuke is going to be more of the same. I think it's going to be another tight map.
DRG takes map number 1, Mirage, by a score of 13-10. We got Nuke coming up in just a second. Don't go anywhere.
Save me from the side of myself. I cannot look away. About to crash into my face. Just another day on the shelf. Pull me from my silhouette. Years have been astray. Now a broken shell remains. I cannot embrace what I regret. Round and round, around I go. The spin, it makes me ill. I'm numb to the pain and hollow without.
All right, we are back for map number 2. We are now on Nuke. If you missed it, if you just joined us here late, welcome. I'm Chels Bells alongside Holy Lamb. DRG taking map number 11310 on Mirage, and they are now 1 win away from their 3rd franchise win. They have won 2 already this season. Now looking for number 3. Now here's a quick ramp take. Soma does find one. Curio down already on B. The T's are sprinting into control room. All 3 of them, or 2 of them, I should say. Curio, after a few missed shots, does find cancel for the round win. And DRG took a lot of space. They didn't get a single kill.
Yeah, they had some really good damage on Soma. Soma was...
Curio, they don't ask how, they ask how many. And
That's
on the scoreboard, they you don't see that that fight. All you see is that he got the
180
kill. That's right, $100 baby. Disco Chimp bought a shotgun, and that is the only investment into the round for the Orochis.
And when I pug, I say that you can always afford it. But this Disco Chimp figures what's another $350 for.
Surely, what could possibly go wrong? Well, he is waiting on aggression, which, to be fair, the Impastas have done. They did it on Mirage multiple times, and they got punished for it multiple times. So, off of the Mirage read, it's not the worst play, although Impastas are playing a lot more passively, at least off the rip, than they did on Mirage. And the instant headshot from Clumsy, he does find 2 with the MP9. He does farm.
No.
Disco Chimp almost got one with a Nova. West said, wait a minute, that's a Nova, I don't want that, and then promptly runs away from it. I mean, fitting.
I was really hoping it was going to pay off. It was close.
He
Now
did-
he's going
he-
to be on a wheel instead of an AK. I don't know if he
Wow.
would have had AK money.
He got, if you ever played COD, he did get a hit marker with it, as opposed to the kill. Unfortunate from a gun like the Nova. But anyways, we have round number 3, full guns here for the Orochis, of course. Disco Chip
think
with the
that's-
Galil.
3 pistol rounds so far for Impastas in this series, and then 3 second rounds, whatever you would call that, to Ecos.
Yeah, so waiting for the aggression. He doesn't know a Curio went past. West, and Akurio said, how do you do? Cancel, you didn't know I was there. Oh, what a shame. Wisp, though, getting the trade onto Clumsy. Out in Garage, 4v4. And Wisp, and also Disco Chimp finding their own kills as well. And now again, all of a sudden from a 5v4, it is a 2v4. Disadvantage for UPS. Akurio taking a lot of space outside. Wisp not catching it. This could be weird for DRG if they're not careful. There's two out in Garage.
Good job finding space.
Deluxe in lobby. Doesn't want to make noise. He does now. Akurio finds one in denials. They do know where he is now. Deluxe is completely unknown to DRG. Akurio gets a second in Mino, and now DRG is sprinting to me, but Deluxe is already here. They don't know where he is. And Deluxe with the early spray, but he does find Wisp and almost takes down Disco Chip. Oh no, the trade, but Deluxe gets the final kill, and somehow again, from a 2v4, the Impastas find a way to win the round. It's 3-0.
This is what we saw happening on Mirage as well. A lot of fast swings in these rounds, especially the buy rounds. There's going to be a lot. You know, PS or Orochis is going to have the bring it back. We saw that a lot on Mirage, and it looks like we're going to be seeing it on. That's notably the first time in the series so far that Orochis lost the third round of a half. So now they're going to have to be on some Mac 10s and AKs, 3 Mac 10s.
Disco Chimp with the full buy, AK, some util, full armor, $0. Everybody, I mean, Denials and Mino also 4-spot, but Cancel and Wisp saving a little bit more money in the bank. I wonder what kind of call Denials laid out for his team in this round number 4. You don't want to give UPS too much leeway here, because if they start rolling through this CT, then it could spiral out of control pretty quickly for DRG if they're not careful. Ada.
Kind of would have liked to see a fast play come out from Mac 10s, which we are going to see now coming.
Soma did get dinked, but he's sticking around for more, seeing if there's anybody that wants to give him another kill. Clumsy gets 1, gets 2, can't find the 3, but he did a lot of good work there. 4v2 advantage now for UPS. Disco Chimp with his AK, and Mino now with his M4. Can they bring this back? The Impastas just won a 2v4. Now it's up to DRG to return the favor. Soma still holding ramp with that op. The two Ts are walking back down to lobby here. West trying to clear out ramp. In the meantime, Mino does spot one, and Deluxe tried to run away. Disco Chimp will get that trade, or get that kill, I should say. Disco Chimp also well aware that there's one heaven, but West cleans up with the double, and the Impastas have 4 in a row, and DRG, they have a good amount of money. They probably 4-spot into this, but unless Cancel wants to just have op armor, they're gonna, this might be a little awkward for DRG.
It was a great play from West to push through that. DRG player that threw it had a little bit too much confidence that was going to stop the CTs from aggressing, but great that someone was already heaven and it passed it. Something else, Soma was able to get 1 kill and then fall back, just like I was saying before it started. Something that I think both can't play. Be able to just get 1 and stay alive, get that info, and kind of force the T's into a position.
DRG will take their first timeouts of the half of the map. All
Smart
5
move.
AKs.
They got 5 AKs, so this is a round that's going to have to count for them.
The call from
Boss bonus is
Denials.
stacking up, so as long as they get a plant, they can kind of keep this buy train going. But you really need to start putting some rounds up on. Otherwise, Nuke gets away from you fast, especially on the T side.
The call from Denials was 5 AKs, and we know this because Cancel could have bought an op if they wanted one. But the call was 5 AKs instead. We'll see how that pays off for DRG. West, by the way, you know, you take a look at the CT economy. 5350 on West. You know, Deluxe and Clumsy, they don't have too much money, but CT economy is growing stronger here by the round. A lot of mid pressure or outside pressure, I should say. There's 2, now 3 T's just walking their way through the smokes. They're trying to take Mini fast here. Can they do it? Denials does swing out, does find Soma. Surprised. They know Clumsy's outside. They are sprinting into the A-bomb site where they will get the plant. Although Clumsy does find Disco Chimp. And Deluxe also finds Mino. Gets cancel as well. A 3v1. But the bomb is down on B. Denials ran through. Got the bomb plant. They know exactly where he is. They know where Acurio is as well. Denials did hear one drop into vent, so it's only a matter of time before Acurio, well, he doesn't even have to wait for his teammates to come through. He can just shoot him in the head now. Why wait when you can just do it now and get it over with? It's 5 on the board for UPS.
Another good patient round from Deluxe. He was the backside A player there. T started coming in through Mini. He was able to just kind of use his utility to kind of slow down the pace of the T's, allow his teammates to initiate some fights, and then he was able to get one himself. Uh-oh.
Well,
Observer did too much team damage.
oh, well, that's, yeah, our Observer showman. Shout out to our Observer, a great Observer for helping us out here. He's back in the server, and off we go for round number 6. Again, a weird buy out of DRG.
Just
you know,
keep it Tech 9.
they force spot. It's gonna be a fast upper hit. Cancel gets 1. He gets 2 with the Mac 10. All right, well, I guess it doesn't matter what kind of buy you have if you can just do that. Cancel gets the double kill. He's gonna molly out Heaven. Acurio's heard through the molly down to 20 HP. Manages to stay alive. Now down 12 HP. He gets synced. He gets down even further from that molly. That spread a little bit to his feet. 12 HP on Acurio. Soma with the AWP outside, and that is a fast A take, and you know, all you needed was cancel to just Mac 10 into Hut. I mean, what else you got to call there?
Yeah, this is what I was hoping DRG would have done a couple rounds ago. You have those Mac 10s, especially because UPS is putting 2 people outside in the beginning of the round instead of having 3 people towards A. These Mac 10s can really get some work done in a fast play like that where you can try to catch the CTs off guard. Of course, now they're not anticipating the op to be saving in T-spawn for some reason. So, lose one of the op, and UPS gets to keep the op.
First round on the board now for the Orochis. Very important for them, critical. I mean, T-side nuke is not easy, as you know, and you know people that are watching. If you've played Counter-Strike before, you know T-side nuke is not an easy side to accrue rounds. And Niles does get a shot from his teammate's Glock in the back of the head, and now Disco Chimp gets a nade in the feet from his teammate. So a lot of, you know, what is that? 17 plus 4. That's 21, right? That's quick maths for you. 21 total team damage from DRG to start off round number 7.
That's a huge pet peeve of mine as a nuke enjoyer. If you're not the first person, it's gonna nade. Cannot jump, because when you jump, that's exactly what happens.
Clumsy once again trying to push the agenda, and he once again gets UPS to go to a man disadvantage now. Multiple times. We've talked about it on Mirage, talked about it here again. The Impastas a little too aggressive, although West swings. Oh, what a nice swing out of him. Soma, though, misses the shot. That was the opportunity for the Impastas to even up the man advantage, but not enough. Wisp. I don't know how West I don't know how West knew Wisp was there, but
West taking heads.
The immediate swing from West was nice, but the Orochis will still win this round as the CTs will save their remaining weaponry. And now the Orochis with back-to-back rounds.
Honestly, I'm kind of confused why the CTs are where they are. I'm not sure if considering going for it.
Deluxe and West are off to save, and now it is, a little bit of close round, as we talked about, getting rounds on CT of Nuke. Mino does also take out Deluxe. The trade was there for West, but the CT economy, we talked about it. If you can get as many weapons out of their hands as possible every round, you're going to break them faster, faster than they'll break you.
Yeah, that one kill out of Mino there is meant the Impastas from having not. That's actually huge. Soma forced to drop a rifle over teammate, so they're not going to have an op in Soma's hands. Soma did miss a shot that round, something that we haven't seen very often coming from him. So them not having the op here could definitely come something that Impastas are going to be missing. Good aggressive play coming out here from.
Yeah, the Impastas have done this, and the thing about it too, Akurio pushing out already takes down Disco Chimp. The swing out, he gets the second from Lobby as well. Cancel, couldn't get the trade. You could say he canceled the attempt, but that's, neither here nor there. That's, I'll be here all week. Now, a 5-on-3 advantage for the Impastas. We've seen this multiple times with the Impastas, where and the bomb is, still outside. Thank you, Roman, for showing it to us. And Soma also taking down Wisp, and now what was already a really difficult round has turned into, it's already a save. Denials and Wisp and Mino, I should say, are saving in T-Spawn. This will be number 6 for UPS. We talked about their aggression. UPS is not afraid to push the envelope and see what they could get from, the other side, just not expecting the push. And DRG has played a game in which they are patient for exactly that play. But now, I think also DRG kind of thought to themselves, maybe, we've punished UPS so many times, surely they won't push again. And then Akurio was like, but what if I do it anyway? And then he got a double kill, and that essentially made DRG save.
Yeah, DRG has been really well to kind of catch out that CT early aggression, especially on Mirage. They used it quite often. I think that Cancel was just kind of in an awkward position being on the ladder there. I think that DRG was probably looking to just hold lobby control, but Cancel was just caught out at a bad time. Tech pause again. See, hopefully it gets resolved. Someone has to pee. Can we tune into the team comms? I gotta make sure no one's talking strats because I'm banning them. I know it's UPS.
Whoa!
1,000 denials would never do that.
Hey! We can't throw out accusations on a stream like this. Come on now. Hey, now.
Listen, whoever plays Kigo next season in Premier, all you gotta do is call a tech pause and then tune into Kigo stream, and I promise, turn the results.
Hey! What are all these? You saying you can stream snipe people now? I mean, what's going on?
Well,
here,
okay, maybe you after the game. After the game.
Right.
You just gotta bait him into.
Yeah, it's a good save.
Gotta bait him. Yeah. I would never advocate for stream sniping.
Well, I pull back the tape a little bit, and
we're live again.
We are live. Whatever the tech pause was got quickly resolved. And we are off in round number 9 here in just a couple of seconds.
Drop a kill to your boy, bro. Don't let him sit on a 9 on a right.
Denials has the money. I'm sure they talked about it. I'm sure Disco Chimp didn't want one. Maybe the idea is, hey, if I can just get a headshot with this Tech 9, then I'll have a rifle for free. But I guess you can say that every round if you're so brave. Disco Chimp taking a look.
Oh,
somehow gets
how do you get a headshot there?
I don't know. In theory, that should have been a kill. I kind of don't know how it got down to 2 HP there, but the dink has been relayed, so that is information for DRG, but they are, once again, in a man disadvantage. Deluxe going down vents. The trade is good out in Hut now. 3-on-2 advantage for UPS. For how long?
They learned from the previous round. Made sure to hold the molly. make sure that no CTs were going to be able to push out in front of it.
It's a lot of util, and a Curio will clean up. Nice util from the Impastas to clean out back of site. See, kids, this is what happens when you buy util and you use it. There's a lot of people, way too many people, buy util and then they don't use it. Maybe, you know, you bought it, you might as well use it.
It's true. We'll say Disco Chimp just staying on the Tech 9 there actually kind of allows the decent buy here.
I mean, actually, that's the 1000 denials vision into the future. Actually, I don't know if you know that. Because Disco Chimp did not ask for a Galil, now everybody can buy an AK. Look at that. It's you couldn't possibly draw this up. And the funny thing about this round too is I don't know if the Impastas expect 5 AKs.
I probably would not.
Yeah.
Even though boss bonus, is full, and they got a plant, so hopefully the CTs should realize that it's going to be fighting this rifle. I probably would expect some Galils here. See, all the CTs have head armor, so
how many
5 AKs I wouldn't be expecting.
How many of those head armors are on purpose? Because as we saw on Mirage, people do be buying head armor when, you know, on full gun runs. So I don't know. We'll see. DRG taking some early outside control. Wisp swinging out. I mean, a Curio could have punished because that swing was seen from heaven. If
yeah,
Curio
whoever was
wanted
throwing
to take
that
that
util
fight.
from T-Roof, that was actually what allowed DRG to get down here uncontested. That A util kept a Curio focused towards the A site in case the rush came out, completely missing everyone that went down secret. So I don't think the bosses know what's up here. Question is if DRG is going to be able to. Soma's starting to figure it out now. West down the vent, so it looks like they've got.
There's some inklings. Although Denials makes a step. He was traded out by Cancel. Disco Chip gets DRG the main advantage. Soma with the op. They have a Spidey sense, although Cancel doesn't seem to have it. Disco Champ does trade him out. And now it's a 3v2 for DRG in this round number 10. Clumsy and Deluxe. Let's see what they can do. Deluxe coming out of ramp. Info there. He's just jiggling. I kind of don't think that he goes for it. Clumsy and Deluxe just shoulder peeking now. Wisp is down. Now this is doable, but Deluxe doesn't clear Disco. Or Disco, yeah, right? Yes, I did say that properly. Okay, all right. It's late. We're getting there. Clumsy in the 1v2 doesn't know where Mino is, and he promptly gets shown the door, and DRG will take a third.
DRG definitely going to clutch out these last two. 7-5 is not so bad, T side. So they would be very happy to get. DS going to have to scrape a buy together here, and they're going to not have a ton of money going into last round. They lose too many people here, or if they lose the round. So this is going to be an important round for UPS. I'm interested to see if they lose any people early, if they're going to call for a save, or if they're going to try to, push DRG further down by trying to surmount 8 or 9 rounds.
Disco Chimp getting spammed down on 20 HP by West. That's unconfirmed damage, but still really good damage. Oh, Disco Chimp just shot and immediately gets shot by West.
Trying to get down the vent's not a bad idea. Shooting it when you're already low HP.
That was, yeah, that was one of the decisions of all time. I will say that, but if it worked, he would have looked like a genius. Unfortunately, it didn't, so he looks silly. 5v4 advantage now for the CTs.
It's like an
in what is
here.
A critical.
Okay.
Don't
think anyone.
Still. Oh.
Not a jump throw.
I don't think that.
What's he doing?
Is he faking?
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what those mollies were. Yeah.
Surely
mean,
that's not a lineup, right? You're just supposed to step
No.
through it.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to you know play over that because the DRG kind of whiffed their util and got immediately found out by the defense, and they got clean swept. So
There also wasn't anyone on. So those missed mollies like
yeah,
didn't end up mattering all that much. Looking a little sloppy though.
yeah, I'm not sure. Although someone is saying in chat, Salt Spice is saying, is this how I found out Scotland is poaching because of NA nades? So you know, it's a fair point. Last round of the half here, the Orochis are trying to go down secret fast, but they are being found out quickly. They're making a lot of noise in the process. Impastas know they're all down B. Soma with the op is waiting for them to just enter into his crosshair. Disco Chimp at 98 HP, but Cancel and Denials are both tagged up pretty heavily now. Disco Chimp is gonna get this bomb down, but or is he? He does get naded down to 40 HP. Soma will make sure that number now reads 0. Denials can't even get 1. Cancel does get 2, but it's a 1v3 situation. They know exactly where he is. Shooting at him in Squeaky, or Single, I should say. Cancel with a Galil and a Dream. UPS is going to take the bomb. A courier gets the kill, and the Impastas have 9. Yeah, I mean, this could have been a much closer round. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for that conversation, with the util, because I don't know what happened, and it led to them taking over A site anyway with no util, getting promptly dumpstered, and then running into this where not a whole lot of success was found on B.
Yeah, those mollies stun locked me. I mean, I don't even know what happened for the rest of the round. I don't know if DRG ended up having to try to clear top hut, which made making the rest of the site obviously more difficult. But yeah, that was a mistake that we see DRG. I don't think they missed a single lineup that I noticed. First map of Mirage, so something that they might end up kicking themselves for during this series if can't claw it back here on CT side. Impastas starting this round, the attack timeout. Interested to see what they.
Big round, obvious. I mean, for both teams, obviously, but for DRG, I mean, if you win pistol and then you win the 5th, okay, this is pretty doable. But even for the Impastas, they start off with 9. We talked about getting rounds on T-side nuke is not easy. It's one of the harder T-side maps to play on. Even though CS2 has made T-side, I'd say, a little bit easier than it was before. It's still not easy to get rounds on T-side nuke, especially against a team that knows how to play it. Like these are not pugs.
Impastas, of course, has 3 pistol rounds so far this series. So I think that this round favors them. I think that they've had really solid pistol rounds, really solid strategies with maps so far. So trying to sneak down secret.
Looks like they have.
Bomb is still in lobby though.
Oh. Couple of the DRGs have made their way down to secret, but or B side I should say, but
this is gonna be.
Looks like it's gonna be an A hit. Will they clear out Mino? They will not. He gets 2. He gets 3. Oh, Mino, what a play out of him. He just saves DRG. Can he get a 4? Can he get the 4th? For good measure, no. Deluxe says, no, sir. 3 is too much. Although, wait, Deluxe? Nope. Disco says, hold on a second. All right, you got your 2. That's enough out of you. Mino just won the round. They didn't clear him.
Yeah. I mean, Impastas had almost the perfect play. But I mean, you have to clear site. You have to clear back site. You have to clear second vent before you try to plant that bomb. Planting that bomb that quickly, and you already have the feeling that all those CTs are probably, that the majority of the CT forces aren't on site, you can afford to take a couple more seconds just to flush out the couple angles that could punish you. They didn't. They did get punished.
And because they didn't get that bomb down, now they bought nothing. It's just clean Glocks here. for the Impastas. They're trying to run out HUD, and they didn't really get much.
Can't find their way down the vent. Uh-oh.
No. Well, they did. I mean,
They're gonna
one
get a
is
plant
down.
here, though.
The Lux is down. And he's gonna get the bomb planted. I don't know what the Niles is waiting for.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I mean, they do. You know, they nade him out. It's a clean sweep for DRG. They don't die. Nobody dies, so that's a bonus for them. But not really sure why denial. Did they not hear? But yeah, but the players on A did hear the bomb going down. So
Yeah,
I'm
they
not...
had a player double door as well. So, and I mean, to me, the plan seemed like a vent drop. I mean, they killed 2 or 3 players that were in the smoke. I feel like they probably should have figured out that UPS was trying to sneak down the vent. Not able to connect all the dots, I guess.
I'm not too sure why he wasn't killed before the bomb went down. I mean, they had players there. Were they afraid of taking the 1v1 fight? I'm not too sure, but it's a Glock. I mean, you know, you gotta not be afraid of Glocks there. But DRG taking a lot of lobby space early, which gives the Impastas all the room in the world to just sprint out outside, knowing there is a lot of outside space to be taken. And Clumsy, take it one step further, he's already deep in garage. He has so much room. But the thing about taking outside space is that's all great and fine and all, but you can't plant outside. Let's go Chip with the MP5 and the UMP getting 2. I mean, 1,000 denial is a great swing.
Yeah, I love that setup out of DRG. That was really nice.
You gotta somehow make use of these MP5s and UMPs. Two guns that I didn't think I'd see in the Elite Finals, and 1,000 denials not only gets 2 with the UMP, who trades out, gets an AK, and gets himself 1 more for a clean 3-piece out of him. And now all of a sudden the Impastas have to save again, and the Orochis could be on their way to 7.
I wonder what the tech issues we're experiencing is.
Yeah, not too sure what situation is, but I'm liking the poise out of DRG early. When you only win 3 sides of 12, especially on a map like Nuke, you could feel okay. You could feel overwhelmed a little bit, especially if pistol round doesn't go your way. But not only did pistol go for them because no one cleared out Mino, he gets not just 1, he gets 3. All of a sudden DRG has the ball rolling and they now win 3 in a row.
Yeah, especially after some of the smaller mistakes that DRG was making in the first half. Sometimes you can feel like the game is slipping away from you. I like to think that Mino getting that huge 3K to win, almost single-handedly win them that pistol round, I think that just reinvigorates your team, and all of a sudden you're back in it, win 3 in a row, and now you have PS on the back foot here. They're gonna have to kind of figure out what to do. They don't have great money here. They're stacking up their loss bonus, so after this round, PS is gonna be able to buy pretty much no matter what, especially if they can get a plant. But it's just gonna be Tech 9s and a single Mac 10 coming. Yes, so RG is probably starting to feel pretty good. Put a 7th round here on the board, and then just survive against the rifles the next round, then it's going to be 8-9 and they're right back in the game.
Tech 9s and a Mac 10 for UPS. We'll see what Tech 9s are scary, man. Tech 9s, you don't want to mess with Tech 9s. Looks like it's going to be a fast ramp hit. Found out by DRG. A good play by Cancel to just drop down and give them all the ramp space they want. Cancel only getting the 1 before getting traded out. Disco Champ is here to help out. I see it, but Clumsy coming out 2 with the Tech 9. There you go. There's the Tech 9. But Disco Chimp has the bomb, and Clumsy gets whisked in the head. Last one alive. To 1v1. Clumsy has the AWP and 12 HP to his name.
Disco Chimp needs to play slow here. Clumsy's the one that's going to have to make... He's got to get that bomb, get it down. Disco Chimp just wants to make sure not to give him an easy shot.
Now it's a waiting game. 50 seconds left. It's a game of cat and mouse, but now it's all a matter of who will bite first. 40 seconds. Does the disco chip start to get the Spidey sense, and he doesn't! Clumsy gets the 1v1 win. Disco Champ had no idea that he could have crossed.
Out of Clumsy. There's 3 Tech 9 kills. I don't know how he pulled off the first 2. That third one was a really nice headshot. And then I would have liked to see Disco Chimp be a little bit more active in that 1v1. Like I said, he had to kind of let Clumsy make the move. But after you're not seeing the guy for 20-30 seconds, you know, and you're standing on the bomb where the guy has to go anyways, I probably would have started moving around a little bit. You know, maybe try to jiggle a little bit, make sure that the op's not taking a shot at you, and then sneak your way out onto the site. Just get a little bit of a position. But instead, he kind of makes it easy for Clumsy. He looks at one angle. Clumsy walks around his back with plenty of time to do so, and gets a shot on a guy that's standing still, not looking at him. So, great round out of Clumsy there. 10th for the Impastas.
DRG somehow managed to find a way to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory there in that round. They have, you know, they have a lot of money. Although Amino with the MP9 instead of a rifle. That should have been DRG's round all day, every day, and yet here we are, Impastas with a 4-round lead, although Disco Chimp taking out Clumsy. No one checks Africa, and Disco Chimp will punish as a result. Why is that called Africa? Does anybody know?
You know, it's like the lowest
no,
point.
No, I
compared
don't
to
know. That's why I'm
Marshmallow.
asking the question.
South, you know, Africa is southern hemisphere.
Yeah. Yeah.
COD.
Keep going. Keep talking.
I'm not good at geography, okay? I'm American, bro.
Yeah, right.
They don't teach me that shit in school. It's stupid.
Kayembe is saying that it was shaped like Africa in older versions. Ah, thank you for the knowledge.
What? Is that real?
I don't know. I'm
I need a
pretending
picture,
it is.
Kayembe. You got to back this up, bro.
I don't know.
You need to put a picture in league discussion of
Yeah.
the old minimap.
I'm not sure. Although DRG managed, you know, not only to get that early pick in Africa, but Thousand Denials is now added to the man advantages to 5-on-3 for DRG. Although, with the way this game has gone, you really can't put too much stock into man advantages. As,
yep. I mean, it can turn
you know,
fast.
look
That's
at that. Look at that. Somebody clip that. Chat, clip it. And now it's a 3v3. Now it's a 2v3.
No.
Akurio gets a nice double kill, and all of a sudden, once again, Soma swings out, hungry for the kill, gets deleted, and now all of a sudden ramp is open, and the Impastas will probably find 11, although Wisp does find 1. And Soma with the
double
trade.
op T setup.
Yeah. Interesting. You know, clip it, chat.
I got rid of it.
Yeah, don't put too much stock in these man advantages, because that is what will happen.
Timeout. Jeez. Good time to use it.
Sure. Might as well use them now, then lose with timeouts left in the bag. You can't sell them. You can't, you know, you can't trade them in for an M4. You have them. You might as well use them.
Yeah, and trying to figure out something clever to do on this eco round can, you know, something unexpected, get a win, and then set up your economy a little. You're gonna want buy rounds. Sometimes they're a little bit obvious. Maybe they don't feel like they need the timeout for their rifle round coming up if they do lose this round. So I like the idea, taking the timeout, figure out something clever to do on this pistol. It's pistols.
A little bit of a buy from Cancel. He buys armor. He buys a 5.7. I mean, the 5.7, we've seen it on Mirage, can do a lot of damage, and looks like 4 CTs are sprinting into control, and they will go secret right away, and that might be the best play available. I mean, there's a lot of T's outside just kind of waiting for aggression. I don't think they expect 4 CTs. There's a double molly, though, but there's a couple of kills.
Clumsy did great there.
Clumsy really doing well there. He does get dinked. Cancel with a late push. Did they expect it? I don't know if they do. They don't. Cancel gets Clumsy now. The 2v2. Okay. Denials with a really cool call out of that timeout, and all of a sudden it's a 2v2. This is getting a little hairy for the Impastas. Although Soma does find out Disco Chimp. If he doesn't have a USP, maybe he has a 5-7 or something. He does get that kill, but he doesn't. And West and Soma taking over the A bomb site as Cancel with the P250 looking to make magic happen. Do they expect him heaven? West clearly looking, but clearly also not totally sure about where he could be. West now going back to check lobby as Cancel comes into the site, fakes the bomb, tries to get one, and I mean, he was close, but not enough. And the Impastas, I mean, it was a closer round than, you know, we gave him credit, and it was a cool call, but at the end, the guns just were too much for the USPs.
Yeah, I mean, they did a great job there. Clumsy was even full blind, but he was so close to Secret and kind of in the smokes when he was blind that when those CTs came up, by the time that they found how close Clumsy was, he had already recovered, was able to get a pretty easy 3K spray down. It was really well done by Clumsy to stay alive while blind, find those 3 kills. But a great call out of Denials. I mean, that's exactly what I was talking about with that timeout. Really good use of it. Almost paid off for them. Now they go into a rifle round where it's pretty easy. Just play a normal, good CT, and you know, they can still make this 6-round run and push it to OT, but it's not looking good. Hard.
No aggression from both sides. Clumsy's in Africa, just kind of waiting to see if maybe somebody wants to challenge him. There will be nobody there to give him what he wants. 1,000 Denials up in Hut with the op, by the way.
This is a good push. I honestly think he just sits here. Just waits, but decides to push a little bit more, which could burn.
Yeah, they don't know about the
Here's them
looks
running.
and trophy. They do. It's good info out of 1,000 Denials. I mean, it's, you know, it's definitely a gamble, and Clumsy will take a bunch of damage, but they know that one is Garage. They've heard the op now in Mini. 1,000 Denials will run away. Wisp somehow. I mean, they know he's here, and West will eventually trade, but it's good on Wisp to at least get one, knowing that there's multiple T's staring him down.
Yeah, as soon as West hears that reload,
noise.
he makes the decision to push, which is good. Did a great job being
Mino,
close enough to
Mino
actually
back
make that
in
trade
useless, gets one, he gets two, he gets three.
Oh
Oh,
my
Mino, what a
gosh.
spray down!
I'm reliving the pistol round. Okay, never mind.
Tries to get the AK, can't do it. Cancel does get the trade. Yeah, Mino once again. He had the
6 kills
3K.
from that position for Mino
Yeah,
across 2 rounds.
in 2 rounds. I mean, he's without Mino being in useless, UPS probably has already won nuke, but he has single-handedly won them 2 rounds in that same position, which they didn't clear twice.
You can be guaranteed that for the rest of the game, no matter what is going on A site, bosses are going to be clearing that angle every single time from here on out. Alright, someone clip that. I need to learn that lineup.
Flip it. Chat, someone clip it. Clumsy with the Deagle. 3 AKs, a MAC-10, and a Deagle on the board for UPS. If they win this round, we go to Ancient. If they don't, we play on. Orochis 1 Mirage, 13-10 for those that are joining late. We welcome you. Chell's Bells alongside Holy Lamb. Casting Season 15 Elite Finals between UPS and DRG.
They make radio brighter? I swear it looks so bright from Disco Chimp's perspective. Might just be tripping. Look, it looks so bright. Has it always been like that?
I don't think so. Might be right. But Impastas are taking fast ramp control. They've cleared out hell. Disco Chimp is waiting. He gets one. Can he get the second? Oh no! Soma gets the trade. Disco Chimp just a little bit shaky on that spray, but Wisp manages to find Clumsy. A 4v3 advantage. The CTs know it's going to be a B take. The swing was just a smidge too late. Cancel stays alive. West down to 1 HP. That's a 4v2, 4v1. Mino with the late lurk catches Deluxe. West 1 HP in a dream. He does die, but man, that would have been the clutch of the year if somehow with 1 HP he gets the round win. That would have been maybe the clip of all CSC.
Yeah, that would have been insane. He's doing a pretty good job of isolating fights, but I mean that's just such a tough position to be in, and not to mention obviously he's on 1 HP.
So
Ansel
yeah,
did a good job there. I wonder if he was surprised to get that kill, because he was obviously trying to kill the guy that was coming off the bomb, and then managed to wallbang the guy that was.
so we have a couple of updates. Toast RP in chat and Twitch chat is saying that they changed lighting on Nuke as a part of the train update. So see, this is what happens when I haven't played the game in like 2 weeks. You don't play the video game. You don't play the game ever. So this is what happens when people that don't play the game cast the game. We don't
Seriously,
know these things.
so bright.
It is pretty bright. You're right. And we also have an Africa update from KNB, but that will have to wait for a little bit, as we'll have to see what happens in this round. They're gonna try to go vent dive again. Mino gets 2. Couple try. They keep trying this vent play. It's not working. West does find Mino. I mean, after not managing to find vent, West fakes it, only to then make a lot of noise going back up. Not sure what the plan was there. The op fight from hell was almost a little scary, but works out for DRG. A weird round, but
Yeah,
one
I read
that
chat
DRG
that round
wins.
was over, so don't know what happened. Wonder if Impastas, they're feeling a little bit confident. Obviously, they had 6 rounds to play with. So playing a little bit fast and loose, which is not typically their style. They've been playing a lot of slower T rounds, which has been what's made them get to this point. So curious if they're going to keep up this aggression that they've been trying to play with, or if they're going to kind of go back to what they were.
Soma misses the top marsh jump. Now he's up there. Cancel pushing out into trophy again. Although Soma does get the entry, and now it's a 5v4 advantage for UPS. All they need is 4 kills, and we are off to Ancient. Acurio taking so much space outside. They don't know. They have no idea. Acurio is taking an incredible amount of space. Look at all the space he has. Deluxe is waiting for hut pressure. They know. Acurio knows. There's nobody outside, and Mino will... Oh! The timing. Oh, the timing. Deluxe. Oh, Deluxe. Oh, Counter-Strike timing. Oh, man. You just, Counter-Strike timing. That's fine. So, though, Curio takes out Disco. Only gets the 1. Mino with the fast trade. West coming out on the site. There's going to be an A plant for UPS. They don't know where everybody is. And now it's on. 3 kills is all the UPS needs. Will they be able to get it? They get 1. They get 2, and now it's all up to Cancel. Where is Cancel on the map? Do they think that he can be heaven? Looks like one of them
He's trying to pick up
has
the
an
kid.
idea, but Clumsy goes down.
Oh, he has
Cancel with
one.
a nice shot. It's planted for them. Cancel gets 2. And he can't get
nice
3.
try.
What a read out of Cancel, but West manages to drag Impastas over the line. They win Nuke 13-9, and Elite Finals is now all down to 1 map. It's Ancient, baby.
Another pretty close map. I mean, 13-9. First map was 13-10. Even though DRG only took 3 rounds at T side, they had 5 plants, had some close rounds. So I mean, a couple of those rounds shape out differently. Maybe next season, Thousand Denials learns his Molly lineups, and then it could have been that 2-0 that would have won $1,000. But now I'm going to map 3 and I'm broke. So.
Yeah, that's right. You did bet the 2-0. Right? You didn't even bet the money line. You just went straight 2-0.
Yeah, it was a 9-leg parlay, so it's never gonna have to work again. But here we are. 8 legs paid out.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I had DRG losing the first 3 pistol rounds, winning the last pistol round, 2-0ing. I had Thousand Denials hitting over 2 no scopes.
Did you get him missing both top hot mollies? Was that
No,
was
that
that a Gaben line?
that was so unexpected that it wasn't even available. So
That's yeah. I would love to figure out what that was. But anyways, DRG won Mirage 13-10, and UPS strikes back to win Nuke 13-9. We have Ancient as the map 3 decider, and we will be right back.
Yo, what's up, future pros? We're back, checking out the famous Impastas smoke wall outside on Nuke. This is arguably what single-handedly line up on that little yellow line, stand up, aim at the light, jump throw, aim at the top of this rail, another jump throw. There you go. Now, something to note about this lineup, there's another lineup that you can throw from a little bit further back, but this one allows you to get another 2 seconds. Saves you 2 seconds, which is huge. This allows you to play into secret, or what we saw Impastas do a lot of the time is they play through garage, then take space, something that Akurio did really well in that map. He was able to get through, Akurio and West actually, they both had a couple big rounds where they were able to get through those smokes into garage, and also be able to play down with secret. We're just chilling now, waiting for map 3 to start. Giving you guys a little bit of you know, smoke tips so that you guys can one day make it up to elite yourself. Pretty exclusive club up here.
Mm.
We have, is it like 10 teams or something? I don't actually know.
And I will do Adam Ray as Dr. Phil and say, we'll be right back. We are here. We are here in the map 3 of season 15 of CSC, the elite finals between the UPS Impastas and the DRG Orochis. I'm not sure who won pistol round because on this map, doesn't really matter what side you play on. Some teams like starting off T side, and it
I don't
does
think we
look
do
like.
knife rounds anymore.
Well, this is map 3, so
Yeah.
I think there's a knife round, isn't there? Or a
I think
decider.
there was a rule change a while ago.
Oh really? All right. Well, they did take mid into A, although Deluxe with the double with the dualies, they don't clear boost, and Soma from the back also gets 2, and West gets a 5th. What just happened? Somehow DRG doesn't get a single kill. I don't. Oh, they get 1. I'm sorry, they get 1. They had everything, but they also at the same time had nothing.
Who was that in Donut? Was he? There was a T behind the CT. Cancel in Donut. I think he was behind the CTs, waited for them, and Soma turned on a dime and ripped his head off.
Wow. Yeah, and the round 2 tech is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'd tag too.
I mean, I don't, I don't necessarily blame DRG for taking the timeout. Again, you have 4 of them. You should use them. A lot of teams in CSC don't use their timeouts ever, and you should use them if you have them. I think the round 2 timeout is something that I did not expect. I'll say that. It might be a hey everybody, let's calm down type of timeout, as opposed to maybe Denales has some kind of strat that he wants to throw out there, but a bunch of USPs and they're already walking, which is
How they get those USPs? Oh,
Anyway.
I'm having a deja vu.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on, but I don't really know what Mino's looking at. But they only have Glocks, so I guess it doesn't matter too much where they're looking at because there's 5 MP9s. What are they gonna do against 5 MP9s? But the Orochis are just kind of waiting, seeing if the Impastas, the Impastas have had a lot of aggression, both on Mirage and on Nuke, and DRG is waiting for that to transpire once again on Ancient. But so far, the MP9s are holding back. There's there's 2 players still on A. There's 1 player in Donut just walking back, and there's 1 player watching Elbow. And Deluxe is all the way down ramp, so they've got all the choke points down, and they're just they're making DRG make the first move. 35 seconds. DRG has to go at some point.
And
30 seconds.
They wait. Just kind of locked down the site positions.
Yeah.
They had gone 30, 40 seconds ago. He would have been able to catch out Deluxe by himself, but now they're running into the grinder.
Wisp does get 1 with the Glock. I mean, it's better than getting shut out, I guess, but
I like the patience out of DRG, but a little bit too patient that round. Like I said, there was a gap there. Obviously, DRG hasn't. There was a moment where it was just Deluxe by himself guarding that door. They could have burst through 5v1 against a single MP9 instead of 2 MP9s at 180-degree angles. They actually could have gotten a bomb plant and potentially something else.
Deluxe at 5-0 early on. Good to see.
He really wants to be
UPS
the most
fan.
decorated player that CSC has ever had. This is his moment. He wins this map, he will be the only 4-trophy player, I believe, in CSC
Wow.
history.
Look at that.
Obviously, if DRG wins this, then Proto will be the only GM to have drafted a 3-win season.
Well, Soma gets the double with the MP9 before finally getting traded out. Deluxe tries to get that AK. Can't do it as of yet. But he does manage to escape with his life. What is that lineup? Is that for Donut? That's for Red. Or yeah, that is for red. Clip it, chat. Clip it. We're learning. Hey, future pros, we're learning. I don't know about that. I don't think I've ever seen that lineup before. Noted. Noted. Writing it down.
I was yelling at Nightbot. I don't know what happened.
Oh well. There was a lineup from Jag that smoked red with a jump smoke. Yeah, with a jump throw. Yeah.
This wasn't map 3. We would indeed have a few segment for it.
Yeah, I've never
They
seen
don't pay
that
me to
before.
work overtime.
They're paying you?
Huh.
I'll have to talk to HR about that, and not the franchise, you know. But anyway, 3v4 for the Orochis. They are storming into the bomb site, and 1,000 Denials does take down Clumsy, although a lot of damage done. Disco Chimp, the only one with 100 HP, or, you know, I was going to say 100, but now it's down to 90. Curio tickles him with that MP9. 3v3 retake, 2 MP9s. Deluxe stays perfect. He's now 6-0. 1,000 Denials, they know where one of them are. And Curio says, nope, not it. Disco Chimp gets 2, and Deluxe has to run away. But they get the the round win. The bomb wasn't down.
No, it was.
They
was
did.
down.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, Deluxe had a 10-second defuse there. The other two CTs just push in, and DRG didn't challenge it. Said they just got flushed out.
Yeah, I mean,
pistol
again,
round wins from Impastas this series against DRG just getting the 1. Just on CT pistol.
This is another
pulled out a crazy 3.
Another opportunity. You know, this is another round where it does look like DRG has a win. There's a method to the madness almost to the way that DRG plays, and yet there's been a few rounds within this BO3 where they had it, and then somehow UPS finds a way to essentially steal it from them in the final seconds, and that's kind of what happened in that round. A 10-second defuse in a 3v3, you think there's no way, right? Like it's a 10-seconder, and UPS still finds a way to get it done, and now this quick run out in from bubble doors manages a double from Mino. They now are sprinting into the B bomb site. Mino taking a lot of space, although stops here at the site instead of taking CT, and Soma takes his head clean off. As a result, Cancel does find West. He knows that's not Soma. Now he's last alive in an impossible 1v3 retake with 10 HP. He's trying to save, runs into the wood boxes. I mean, imagine if that was in real life. I mean, you'd hear that'd be a sound cue. He'd literally bonk his head, and then he'd get found out. But Wisp has an inclination that Soma is already here. Does Soma check for this? He does.
Why he's shift peeking him? What's he doing?
I don't know, but they know
Swing
he's
with some guts, bro.
Well.
DRG is showing early that they know their utility. They had a great molly in Cubby to flush out Deluxe. It was paired with a flash that fooled Deluxe. Deluxe stayed alive for such a long time. He wasn't full blinded. I truly believe he would have gotten 1 or 2 kills. He's looking sharp, but DRG just showing that they have really good util on this map, and I think that's going to become a factor as long as they can kind of clean up the post plants. I think that this is going to be another really close map.
The instant elbow smoke from Clumsy to get the round going. UPS, I mean, UPS is known for util enjoyers, so that's that's to be expected. But DRG also, I mean, we've like I said, I saw a red smoke that I've never seen in my entire life. Maybe somebody in the RMR has been throwing it. I have not been watching the RMR, mainly because it is, you know, in the middle of the night, and that's not what I want to be doing with my time at that point. So I haven't been watching. But 1,000 Denials gets the entry onto a Curio. Soma with the op knows that Denials is there, and he gives him the fight. And Soma now gets the trade. Wisp manages to molly out one of the MP9s, and a good play out of West to get that aggression and kill the double doors guy. but now a 3v2 take for DRG, and the B bomb site is wide open for the taking. Both players in red.
DRG playing smart, taking their time. Just letting the CTs kind of get in position here, but playing solid Counter-Strike. That's what's going to be. They continue to do throughout the map. It's going to definitely play out in their favor. So good to see that DRG is not getting shaken up.
Clumsy's exploring. Did he see the
He should
barrel?
see
the
that
AK?
barrel. He should see it.
He
He's not
doesn't.
seeing it.
He didn't.
But
That's tough. Because if Clumsy gets the kill there, then okay, maybe there's a round to be had for UPS. But no, Clumsy did not see the AK barrel sticking out. The Impastas have to go save. And DRG now back-to-back rounds. It's 3-2.
looks like Impastas so far is really favoring this ramp control. I feel like the meta Ancient tends to be playing pretty aggro mid on CT. So interesting to see that Impastas are kind of shaking it up. And played out pretty well in their favor for the first couple rounds. DRG very quickly adjusted. Like I said, they had a really good setup at 4th round. Flush out Deluxe from the cubby and get a double kill. Both the B players. So I like how this map is shaping up so far. Every map so far this series has been a banger. And I think that this is another tight map. It's a race between these two teams. Figure out who's going to be the champ.
As UPS.
Big accolades to win for both these teams, so a lot on the line.
Right.
I don't know if they know it or not, but this is a big match.
UPS not taking their first time out of this map as well. Deluxe, I mean, you know, for what it's worth, Deluxe started 6-0. He's now 6-3. Soma though 7-1, leading UPS.
Yeah, something we've been harping on this entire series. Obviously, CT economy. It's incredibly important. Keep that op alive. Someone's been doing a good job of saving, and that's going to be something that's going to be really important for them. Soma's been sharp with the op this entire series. I mean, I've seen him miss very few shots.
1,000 denials running in with a MAC-10 and gets promptly deleted. There's 4 CTs on B. Soma
towards A.
alone with the op, although Wisp just dry peeks it, and they didn't smoke at all, and I'm not sure what's going on, but Soma now getting removed from the site, but no, there's a clean sweep for UPS. I mean, Soma just given so much time to react with the op and just no util. If you're gonna send 1,000 denials to essentially, you know, on a suicide mission to run up B ramp and just get information, you have to throw a bunch of util on A. You have to.
Yeah, I was praising DRG for having good util and showing that they know what's up on this map. Maybe they need to sharpen up their A utility a little. I mean, if they just had a donut smoke there, that's probably a completely different round.
Yeah, and let's say you don't even know a lineup. You have to at least throw one on the fly. There wasn't even an attempt.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean there wasn't even an attempt to smoke off cave. Or donut, I should say. And the thing about it too is
the bomb carrier running out first definitely hurt them as well, because at that point you have to commit.
And on top of all that, you know, I understand that, you know, there's a lot of players on B, but you never had any confirmation that there was 5.
That's right.
You knew there was a lot of them there, but how many is unclear. It was I don't want to say it was a lazy play, but it was maybe it was a miscomm that they're all B, that maybe they stacked B. But that's not what happened, clearly. Getting some getting some frame drops here, but it's all good. It's all good. There's a minute 20 on the clock, and DRG is already down to a 2v4 disadvantage, and Mino and Cancel, last 2 alive. The minute 10 on the clock here. Let's see what they can do. I'm not sure what happened, but we are here with UPS in a 2-man advantage here.
Players
Lot
died to
of-
shelf, one died in mid, probably to
Yeah.
Soma's off.
Looks like yeah.
Looks clumsy. Like I said, they've been playing pretty aggressive. Shelf.
Soma's 10-1, and
Yeah.
you know, the thing, if you're gonna take out an op, you really have to either swing it together or don't give him the easy fights. You know, this is Counter-Strike 101 here. I'm not saying anything breaking, I'm not doing rocket science or breaking any news here, but, the best way to take out an op is what? Either flash him so he doesn't see you, or swing together. He can't shoot two people at the same time with an op. And right now, DRG is letting Soma take a fight dry, get the first shot off, and then is giving him another one. That's really that's been the story of this BO3 so far, and if DRG doesn't change that approach soon when it comes to fighting Soma, this is not going to go well for them.
Yeah, even a few rounds ago, I mean, Wisp had a chance to take that op out of Soma's hand. I think he probably just misjudged where exactly Soma was in A main when Soma was saying that. Wisp obviously shift walked in the op, which is like the last thing that you want to do. It's just a sitter for Soma to hit. Yeah, I mean, if Wisp could have taken that opportunity to take the op out of Soma's hands early, and then make him start reinvesting it, maybe not even have enough money to get it back, then it could be looking a lot better. Here we are with Soma 10-1. He's had the op all game pretty much, and like he's gonna be able to. That DRG is gonna be able to take it out of his hands anytime soon.
And on top of that, you take a look at their CT economy. I mean, Soma's got 7,000. West has 7,500. The T's are sprinting into the B bomb side. Up ramp. Clumsy gets 2, and this is going from bad to worse right now for DRG. Mino's got the AK. This is a force buy for him. So if he doesn't get anything, okay, wait, but he does get the collateral.
They're just giving it to him.
West, what are you doing? From a 1v4, a 1v1 now.
Oh my gosh!
Mino gets 4.
Wow,
He
what a
wins
1v4.
The round. And
A bit of a flop from Impastas there.
1v4 situation. The Impastas give him all 4 kills, and DRG wins the round. What a read!
Insane out of Mino. Obviously, Impastas, they blow up that smoke. That was Impastas, right? That naded the smoke at
It might
short.
have been. Yeah.
And then it looks like they were caught off guard by their own. And then, able to capitalize, get a quick okay. West jumping out from slant. I mean, I don't know what West was doing there. That's a easy kill for me. But, has been looking insanely sharp this entire series. And a great kill on that 4th player, Cave.
Yeah, the read there to just kind of wait for Deluxe to swing was, it was really impressive, and yeah, a lot of credit goes to DRG there, but a lot of let's talk stick to the round here at hand, and a lot of jag fights, a 2v2 even trade, 3v3 denials, maybe seeing if anybody CT wants to show their head, and nothing going so far. Minute on the clock now from a lot of pressure to not a whole lot. Just some util being thrown back and forth. Playing catch with some util sets.
This is where DRG's patience starts to pay off. You can see that the CTs had a good setup due towards worry that other things are happening on the map.
Although West
2K, though.
win essentially, barring anything crazy, he's gonna win the round here. Disco Champ doesn't clear West in that corner, and West with the 3K wins the round.
As soon as I start to praise DRG, they always do exactly what they shouldn't. But, well, West made a really good play.
West to make a really good play, but again, a lot of this comes down to UPS taking fights that DRG isn't expecting / aren't ready to fight. In that situation, if you're going to swing out into Jag, you don't know that Jag is clear. You can't just swing out expecting it to know, for no one to be there. You don't know if it's clear. You have to have your gun out, and you have to be clear in your corners there. And it's not like West was tucked either. He was out in the open. He was like no one on DRG. Whoever the first rifler wasn't ready for it, and the Opera wasn't ready for it for him either.
Get a chat check. I hear them typing. Aha. Super Prem champ. Clumsy said champ and shows that imposters are feeling confident.
Yeah.
I love it.
We
She's
gotta
on the
take
back
time
foot
out.
here.
Yeah, I will. DRG won an impossible round, and then they followed it up with, a loss. And
Yeah,
that,
they're in a 3v3 in a good position.
what seemed like a gift out of UPS, right? This is realistically should be 7-2. The Impastas gave DRG a gift of a lifetime in that 1v4, and then it was a 3v3, and you just you're not expecting there to be anybody in Jag, but again, like, you don't have information, like, you have to clear that. Anyways, Disco Champ running into red, can't get the Lux. He does get the tag. Deluxe goes exploring. Won't see anybody, but there are. He's on the lookout. Deluxe gets a second and then runs away. No trade. Mino and Wisp both on the ledge, or Cancel, I should say, both on the ledge. Clumsy, if you're not careful, might get caught out here. Deluxe also clearing this. He gets both. Nice play from Deluxe. And Clumsy will also clean out Wisp for the clean 5-0 take out of the Impastas. I mean, it was an okay setup, but just I guess the DRG may be a little bit too patient there.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it was a little bit of decision too. 1,000 denials going down first, and then it looked like the plan was just kind of stopped in its tracks. To me, it reads like a little bit of indecision coming in DRG once their initial strategy got thwarted. Just hung out in mid, picked off. Second tactical timeout. DRG, this time on a buy round. 1,000 denials. I think he's had some really great ideas coming out of these tacks. So, DRG last two, 7-5 game, which is actually where you want it.
Soma 10-2. Deluxe is 14-5. West is 10-5. I mean, if you're DRG, Soma's playing donut with the op. You've seen it multiple rounds in a row now. Do you just go and attack B? Well, that's not what they're doing. They are going fast up A. All of the util being thrown in both directions. Clumsy with the trade with the nade. They are coming in fast and mighty. Bomb is getting put down, so now it is a 4v4 retake for the Impastas. They know where the op is. They know where two of them are now. They might know where three of them are. Well, they do now. Curio does find Cancel. Mino is boosted up, and West checks for it. Does get traded out, but Denials and Wisp out of no man's land, and UPS has an 8th. And DRG has nothing to show for it. They were indecisive. Were they trying to save? If they're trying to save, then you can't swing. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like the comms might be at this point. Starting to have flashbacks to Nuke, starting to sweat a bit. Once these rounds start slipping away, I mean, even though CT side might be a little bit favored on Ancient, the cracks are starting to show for them.
Yeah, Cancel is at 1-8. Wisp 4-11. Disc Champ at 4-9.
Yeah, whereas earlier in the series, I feel like the scoreboards for both teams have been pretty tight.
Yeah, really need some more damage here. Cancel and Denials do get a couple, and they will get this bomb down. But is that going to be enough? I mean, this is a smart play by Denials. There's nobody CT. If you could take CT now, this could play out well. But use one of their smokes,
Yeah, and
Or
unfortunately
CT.
there are no CT players coming from CT,
Yeah.
so that smoke not very impactful. Is he just gonna stick it and they're just gonna lose the round?
Yes. Yeah, UPS.
He's planning
They
for
didn't,
long.
both of you can't go CT if you don't see the bomb. DRG just didn't really play that all too well. Deluxe is 16-6 with 1,400 damage already. Yeah, I mean this is looking tough for DRG.
6
Like,
MVP stars.
yeah, this is
It's crazy.
that is one of those plays where that really highlights the struggles right now on DRG. Not only was the miscom, to both go CT at the same time, which could have in theory worked, but you have to plan for that, which they didn't. Like you have to be in a position where if you're both going to be holding hands in CT from a particular position, they both have to. You have to see the bomb.
Yeah, I liked the decision to take long. It's just everything after that
Yeah.
disagreed with. Alright, clip this.
Clip it, chat. Hey, future pros. That's a good moment right there. They did. That is
Look
a
at that. Oh
donut
my.
smoke. Yep. Cancel spraying with those deagles, but not finding a whole lot of some damage. Disco Chip does find a USP headshot onto Soma. The retake is on. 5v4 advantage for the Orochis. If you're joining us late, I'm Chels Bells along with Holy Lamb. Season 15, Elite Finals, Map 3, 3v2 advantage for the CTs. Acurio, though, ties that up. Acurio, second, and Deluxe cleans it up. UPS wins Pistol, and they are 3 rounds away from their 10th franchise trophy.
5 pistol rounds, 1 Impastas. Across the series. If Orochis wins, I mean, obviously Orochis took Mirage even after losing pistol rounds on Mirage. But Nino bailed him out, and the CT side of an insane 3K from a position figured out. Going to be kicking themselves on these pistols rounds. I mean, using 5 pistol rounds in a 6 pistol round series does not.
It's interesting. UPS took a timeout, and then DRG followed it up and said, hey, we have one too. So now both teams have used a timeout. I'd be interested to see what the comms are in DRG's chat. And with UPS, these are guys that have played for a while, and UPS is a franchise. I mean, they have grinders. They got players in there that study the game, that play the game a lot, and you can tell in this, deep into Nuke and into Ancient, where maybe DRG's nerves have shown in certain rounds, and especially in on Ancient, whereas UPS their mental has just been a little bit stronger, and that has really played out in a few rounds here, except for that 1v4. I don't know what UPS was doing there. I'll be the first to tell you. It's a big old blunder. If anyone plays chess, if you play chess.com, they'll get the 2 big red question marks. That's what that round was. But in any case, DRG 4 spies. There's a scout in play, a couple of MP9s, and a deagle. Wisp does find Soma. It's a good entry. But Deluxe storming in from ramp. Do they check Cubby? Doesn't look like they will. Deluxe makes a lot of noise, but then the guy seems to be leaving B, but they are being very loud about it, though 4 players are still on B. The rotate is very slow. All of the T's are storming through Donut, and A is wide open for the taking. They have the A bomb site. Bomb down. 5v4 advantage for DRG, but UPS has all the space in the world to Donut. 1 CT, clumsy boosted. This could be the round that decides a whole lot here. If it's clean, couple of nice picks here by the MP9s. Only 1 kid on Mino. And they don't have it. The Impastas win this round.
Yep, not enough time.
No time. They have. Yeah, this is. Everyone dies, and UPS has 11. The rotate was late. The retake was late. They only had the one kit. I'm not sure what DRG is doing, but UPS Curio is calling a masterclass right now. Orochis one map. If you're joining us late, they won Mirage 13-10, right? Or 13-10. Yes, 13-10 if I remember correctly. And then Impastas came back. They won Nuke 13-9. And now Impastas looking to reverse sweep DRG and win title number 10. West with the entry onto Wisp through the smoke. DRG just giving up lives now. West with a really nice molly now onto Denials. Being able to clear out Cubby. Mino and West, yeah, Mino takes his head clean off, and Denials and Mino both with that double take onto double doors. A good play to even up the trades, although Clumsy finds Disco Deluxe with the smoke out in the open. Gives Denials a free kill, essentially. Now it's a 3v3. Although Soma takes it right back. Now we got a fight on our hands, 2v2. They know where both of them are, I think, but it doesn't even matter. Clumsy and Soma get the kills, and this is going from bad to worse for DRG. UPS just needs one, and they will win.
Yeah, DRG just has to scrape together every buy they can. Impastas is gonna take it. They're gonna take an attack. Last time out, Fire Series. Try to close it out here.
You know, people were memeing that. You know, when I cast UPS finals, they're undefeated. They're 4-0, I think, either 4 or 5 or no, I'm not sure which one it is. But they are undefeated when I cast their finals, and it looks like I need to just stop casting their finals because this is. All right. Yeah.
But cast next season's.
Yeah.
And yes, drafts me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Are you playing next season? Oh. Well.
PFA.
Okay. Well. That'd be tough if they drafted you then, eh?
Yeah. Waivers are a thing.
Yeah.
See how they do.
Sure. Well, DRG has to force buy, although that Clumsy couldn't see Disco Champ, and he killed him anyway. That is not a good omen, but hey, you know, there's still time. A minute 30 on the clock. Still got 4 lives here with the Orochis. Getting the entry is one thing, but you still got to win the round. 3 MP9s and an M4. 2 kits available. Heavy B lean. Only 1 player on A, and that's, you know, that's Mino and Donut, so A main, in theory, wide open. Doesn't matter. They're going into the stack here, and West takes Denial's head clean off. 3 kills away is UPS. Hansel pushing through the smoke. He spams. Wisp does get a double, but that's it for the Elite Finals as UPS takes home this best of 3. They win their 10th title. Oh man, UPS up to 10. And if DRG won map 1, they had the momentum, and then UPS takes it away from them, rips their hearts straight out of their chest. They win the next 2. They win Nuke. They win Ancient decidedly, and UPS takes this 2-1 to win Season 15 Elite.
I think that they won every single T round there, right? It was a 9-3 half.
Yeah, they did.
Huge stuff coming out of UPS. And again, shout out to Digital. I believe is now the only player in CSC to have 4 trophies. Huge accomplishment.
Deluxe?
I want to say that they're deluxe. Is that what I said?
You said digital. Our boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I meant deluxe. Yeah. I want to say that all 4 trophies were in Elite too, which is a big.
It was.
Yeah, that was a fun series. A little
Yeah, it
bit.
was.
You know, I was hoping that map 3 would also be a bit. Fortunately,
Well,
DRG didn't dig deep enough.
I was just hoping for not a 7 overtime extravaganza. That's just kind
Yeah,
of, you know,
I'm thankful for that.
I have work in the morning. I'd rather not do that. Also, you know, I've been screaming for 3 hours, so my voice is not 100% at this moment in time. But
Sure,
UPS
hanging
now
out
has
Shells
10
was a good
titles.
series.
Yeah, and DRG has 2, right? They won 2. They won 2. You know, I think I don't have this in front of me, but they could have been potentially. I don't have to. I haven't fact checked this, but they could have been the first potentially franchise to win 3 trophies, their first 3 trophies in the same season. Unfortunately, they have to be happy with 2 though. DRG with a great season. 2 title trophy wins and also a 3rd getting to the finals. That is good scouting from DRG. You got to hand it, got to hand it to the entire franchise and the entire management staff for them. And for UPS, I mean, hey, at a certain point, how much space in that closet do you guys have for more trophies?
Gotta be running out at this point.
You gotta go to IKEA now. You gotta get a new closet. You gotta get a new, space for trophies. Like, come on, man. You give it to somebody else. But that'll just about do it for us. I'm Chels Bells, Holy Lamb. That was fun. Should do it again sometime.
Yeah, I'm down.
That will conclude Season 15 Elite Best of 3 between DRG and UPS. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you again soon.
Bye.